In conclusion,
all of your gullible idiot followers should be realizing right now that you are an idiot or you are a liar. You said you would get turned away at gunpoint. I did not get turned away at gunpoint. You lied, Nathan.
The sun is shining, he's alone, raging into his iPhone, screaming at the top of his lungs as a 24-hour sun. Oh, how we laughed in this fat land at such a comical sight. To see the tune, the globe-head goose spewing out his shite. Shouting! Where's the guns, Nathan? You promised that I'd see. I'm all alone here raging. Everyone loves a bit. Oh, where's the guns, Nathan? And this and our secret bit. Not come all this distance just for you to take the piss. The ice wind's blowing, here he goes, pacing like a lunatic, upside down on a spinning globe, but the best is yet to come. Oh, how we laughed in this flat land at such a comical sight. To see me tune the glove-head goon spewing out his size, screaming. Where's the guns, Nathan? You promised that I'd see. So I'm all alone here raging. Everyone laughs at me. Oh, where's the guns, Nathan? And this and our secret bit. I've not came all this distance just for you to take the piss. The sun is shining, he's alone, reaching into his iPhone, screaming at the top of his lungs as a 24-hour sun. Oh, how we laugh
to measurement. You are a dumb liar. Every single one of your dumb followers needs to look at their lives and realize Nathan Oakley is a liar. Since 2016, he's been saying if you go to Antarctica, you will be faced with gunpoint and turned away. Where's the guns, Nathan? Where's the guns? I don't see any guns, Nathan!
Where's the guns, Nathan? Where's the guns, dude? That's right. Nathan, where's the damn guns, dude? You want to stonewall me, huh? All right. As usual, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Welcome to BALLBUSTERS 140 or something. Do a little business with Will McDuffy in the beginnings. A little bonus coverage with the Goober, Grayson, Hawk-Shite. Little doofus. Thinks he's Mr. friggin' biochemistry. I'm gonna smoke his ass. You guys still there? You guys there? Hello?
Yeah. Normally you say something like moving over to the guys in Discord or something like that, whereas we just heard you yelling at your videos.
I switched it up so just in case somebody was following me, they couldn't snatch me.
Oh, maybe I did react. I said, "Oh my god."
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Yeah. How are you?
I'm all right. I exceptionally good. Really well.
He's lying.
Yeah,
he's totally lying.
Yeah, boy, you're coming in hot.
I am hot, baby.
Me too.
Dude, am I gonna have to turn you down a little bit? Go ahead. Just give me a regular. Sit back in your chair. You know, the usual, not bellying up to the mic ordeal.
I am hot, baby.
Yeah, that's
what I am hot, baby.
Deliberately whispering. I'm telling you now, he's doing it deliberately.
I'm not deliberately whispering now. That was deliberately whispering then.
That's some English shite right there, man.
No, I've been ill the last couple of days. I'm
just
fine.
why you...
I'm still doing live shows. You know, I don't moan. I'll be honest.
You haven't been doing well over the past few days. I've noticed that.
I've kept it together. In fact, not only did I keep it together, in politics on Friday, there was 4 ball-tards that were coming at me from all angles, right, left and right, and within the space of 10 minutes, I dispensed with them all, talked down to them like they were dog dirt, and told them my name. So it was so good that I trimmed it out, and I just haven't got the energy or strength to make a thumbnail for it. I did manage to trim it out and stick it out to members, though. So, not that this is my channel to promote it to my members, you know what I mean, though. If you happen to be a member of mine and you're watching QE's stream right now, check out that video. It's ace. If I do say so myself.
Did you put them down like Dags?
Did put them down like Dags, yes.
Nicely done. Go ahead, Mr. Rumpus, Mr. Evening down there, Rumpus and Nathan. What did you want to add?
It was only before we went on too far, because we've had the new start, or the old start, middle start, new start, back, which is where are the guns. So I just wanted to give a shout out because it disappeared because someone had said he's taken his channel's been taken down, Mr. Cheswick. He hasn't. I think he gets attacked so much. He's just moved his content, or is in the process of moving it to Rumble or something like that. So there's nothing on YouTube at the moment, but consequently I've struggled to contact him. So just a quick shout out, because we've had to hijack this from, as you saw, the slightly different intro. Somebody else has enjoyed it and made, you know, stuck their own video to it. So shout out Mr. Cheswick. If you would get him in touch, A, for a copy of this, but then also B, to beg for... Nearly done, Nathan. Calm down.
Nathan, just hold off, dude.
Nearly there. And also...
So cringe.
While you e-beg for cash, it's cringe. Me just slightly e-begging for a little bit of help from a fellow flatty.
You want his help?
Yeah,
I didn't realise. My bad. I didn't realise you were about to call some action pass. I didn't realise that. I thought you were just calling out for where is he, and he's a muso.
Yeah. So to finish my point, yeah, if you would get in touch, we also need some help with the original Ballbusters because that's under bullshit attack as well. So we are exactly calling on that. Your what is it? Muso skills. Mr. Cheswick, if you could get in touch with any of us and we could just get in touch in Skype, because I had a little look, can't find you. So yeah, that's the only purpose. Would you please get in touch, Mr. Cheswick? We need your help.
Your turn, Nathan.
Well, I'm just going to piss all over that bonfire, which Adam's not going to be very happy about. But he's a muso, right? So the whole having channels shut down, moving material around, that's muso behaviour. So it's perfectly normal, not within not outside of normal muso character, be the way he is. So, you know, you're like, he's gone and we'll hear, but it's like, no, don't worry about it. Mr. Cheswick's absolutely fine. He's, what's the word? I say artist, but that is actually, strictly speaking, the correct term, right? He's an artist. So artists are like that.
They're a little bit aloof.
You could say aloof. What? That's one word.
That's one way of saying it, right? But something struck me on this video because I really like this. If you remember, some years ago, I did this. This hit me about maybe 2 days after I first got out here. I said, wait a second. I was looking at one of those NASA photos, looking at the Earth. I said, well, what if I was in that position, you know, in the second law of thermodynamics violating position right here? And, of course, this wasn't an elliptoid, right? And I pointed the camera over towards Hawaii, right, wherever it is. I can't hardly see anything. I think this is the United States. Yeah, it is. So I pointed over there towards Hawaii, somewhere over in this vicinity, and I would say, okay, let's keep zooming in, and zooming in, right? And then I did one down here in Antarctica, too. And I said, if you keep zooming in, there is no way around you seeing this like this. There's no way around it. And the plane. You can't get around it. Everyone follow this. This is a striking diagram that shows just how foolish this is. I'd like to hear an argument against this. There isn't.
Really? I don't like this at all.
I don't care what you like.
Just kind of David Weiss-esque, introducing ball images to people that need to be getting away from that stuff. But that's just my opinion.
Adam?
Oh, it is something that we moved away from in terms of proof, but it is kind of like that foundational path. The one that made me giggle, because I am English and I hate the French, was the sideways Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. That's old Eric Dubé stuff.
But fundamentally, it is the reality that they're trying to paint for you.
Sure.
Actually, if you could go into a second law of thermodynamics violation and view it like that, that's how you would see people relative to each other.
Sure. That's how you would see this. There's no way of getting out of this. So I just wanted to I noticed that when you sent it to me, I did a review of it, and I said, that's pretty damn cool that you had me in mind. Because you know I did this many years ago. But there you go. There you have it. Let's take her back to zero so she's ready to go at the end. All right. Is Indio still out there? I promised him something. I said, you need to watch. I'm going to pull something out in the beginning, right? Because he doesn't like 5-hour shows. Give me a hey, you out there in chat, Indio. Then we'll get on with what I promised I'd do first. So you won't have to waste your time here. So get on it in chat. If you don't do it, I'm going to wait. Oh, that's for Neil. Where's Neil at?
That sounds like a tone of disdain towards Indio. He's good people.
He is good people when he's sleeping. Where's Neil? I got a bone to pick with Neil. Friggin' guy. Because you know what I did at him? I went and tracked down that hockey player. Yeah, yes, I did. I did that because it was bugging me. And after the show, I said, you got to give me a break. So what I had to do, I knew he was on the Penguins, Pittsburgh Penguins at one point. So I said, okay, what year was that? And I roughly knew it. So it only took me 3 years to find him. So I just pulled up the Pittsburgh Penguins roster. I think I started in 95, right? So I went 95, 96. I hit it in 97, I think. So, and I seen his name. I said, that's what it was. I had the name. Remember? Because I said Casper or Kapar or something like that, right? Yeah, I got it. There he is right there. Darius Kasperitis. That was his name, right? He is a tough old bean, man. So, and
sounds like a disease.
Say again?
Sounds like a skin disease.
Yeah, that's right.
Darius Kasperitis.
Yeah. I remembered that too. And then I said, because I knew he would play for Pittsburgh, but he played for New York Islanders and the Rangers. So I'm going to, Neil, get your dumb ass in here, Mr. Sports Guy. You knew the hell I was talking about. And the New York Rangers, right? They have this little ceremony they do at the end of games if they win a home game. They go out to the middle of the ice and they salute the fans. They put their sticks up in the air. Guess, and they still do it today. Guess who started that?
Ooh, me. Let me guess. Darius Kasperitis.
Yes, sir, he did.
I knew my hockey.
Yeah. And here's, I don't know, I might get copyright strike, but I don't give a crap. Here he is, Darius Kasperitis, Pittsburgh Penguins against the Philadelphia Flyers. And they had this great hockey player. If you remember out there, Eric Lindros, big bad sumbitch, right? Watch what happens.
We get in the fight. Oh, excellent.
It's not a fight.
But I don't know what's being congratulated for it. Lindros, shoulder, you can see Mike. Lindros had the puck in his feet. That's a good clean hit. Lindros looked down for the puck. Kasperitis came off his feet. He led with his shoulder. That is a clean hit. And Lindros has the puck. He reaches forward around Stu Barnes. He's looking.
He didn't look up. What are you doing, dude? Wow.
And the shoulder of Kasperitis went right into the nose of Eric Lindros. It was a shoulder.
One more time.
In the face of Lindros.
Yeah, that's what you get. They put him out for. It put him out for. It put him out for 18 games. So, what were you saying?
I'm saying you might not get a copyright strike if you'd have paused it maybe 2 seconds earlier, but you probably will now.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Oh, you know what? Did I play that on? I don't think I played that. Did I play that on YouTube? Did they see that? Son of a. I'm going to get copyright strike now. I'm doing it again.
Oh, don't. Oh, please, God, let's move on.
Shut up. No. This is my show. No, you talk about your mics on your own time. All right, folks, I'm sorry about that. This is Kasperitis. I told you he was a bad man. But it's Penguins and Flyers. Here we go.
I mean, it was a good, hard hit, I think. But I don't know what's being congratulated
He's on defense. Here comes Eric Lindros. Oh, no, you don't.
You can see Mike Lindros had the puck in his feet. That's a good, clean hit. Lindros looked down for the puck. Kasperitis never left his feet. He led with his shoulder. That is a clean hit. And Lindros has the puck. He reaches forward around Stu Barnes. He's looking for it. Here comes Kasperitis.
Bam! Right in the schnoz. He get him right in the schnozola. Right? Put him out for damn nearly a month. There he was. So we've solved that issue.
I like the phrase. That's a clean hit.
It was.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's
right.
Perfectly good and legal and should be encouraged as young children are learning to play the sport.
Yeah.
That was the Yes, that stood out to me too, Adam. That's a clean hit.
In hockey, that's a clean hit, man. Clean. No, he didn't leave his feet. He led with his shoulder. That's a clean hit. That's what we have.
Brutal.
I watched that game live. That's all I knew. That's why I liked him that much. But I couldn't remember his darn name. What?
No, you South Canadians liked hockey.
Not South Canadian. I'm from Missouri. Not from Missouri, but I'm in Missouri.
Yeah, that's South Canadian.
It is not. Couldn't see but heard it. Yeah, but I hooked you up. One mind, I put it out live there, so you got it. I'll take the copyright strike. I'll take one for the team.
He said that's South Canadian.
Yeah, that's what he said, Sonny. Because Nathan, he's like he's a bumper clap.
Yeah, it's okay. We love you anyway, Nathan.
Mm-hmm. As far as he knows. All right, so let's get on with it. What did you want to get on with? Start getting on with it then.
That sound good. I won't react on about Michael, though I did threaten to do it in the pre-show before we started. Do I sound okay, though? Didn't level me up before we started, sincerely.
Yeah, I didn't level you up.
Become justified.
Give me a radio check.
Okay. This is the sound of a transformer balanced 1.1 inch diameter. If I can say the word diameter, I'm never going to say it.
Diaphragm.
It's the one.
That's the one. Try hypostatization.
Hypothesization.
Yeah, you got
I've said
it.
in front of the mirror a few times.
Got it. Let's test Adam. Luminiferous ether.
Luminiferous ether. Do you bounce back ability?
You two guys are sharp today. Okay. Let's see how it goes the rest of the show. Friggin' Neil. He ain't even back. He better not come back. He's going to get what for?
Neil, say Aristoteles.
Erastimus.
Erastomatostotines.
Is that what he says now? Erastimus Tostotines.
I say it with an E. I start it with an E for some reason. I say Aristophanes, which is slightly off. That's how I say it, and I don't care.
That's the way I say it, Eratosthenes.
Yeah, but it's not E, is it? It doesn't start with an E, does it?
Era. That's how you say it.
Era.
Yeah.
Eratosthenes.
No S. Eratosthenes.
Eratosthenes.
Yeah. There's no S in the beginning.
Eratosthenes.
There you go.
Very good.
Okay. We got
before you start. We were reminiscing a little bit. There was a bit of, I saw a bit of flat swords yesterday. It's nice to feel validated sometimes. When I thought, when you're dealing with liars, would you trust anything a liar's doing? And he's pulled up again people from the internet bothering to analyse, and this is the link, in an old school way, like taking and getting stuff video analysed. Is this real? Is there any altering of the image? And apparently somebody's gone out and done a look at the Dave McKeegan videos, and I think it's AI has a real problem with a lot of the imagery. Saying this appears to be doctoration. Not that helps me prove anything. I'm just happy that I didn't use anything they've presented that we even move forwards with. Even a 24-hour sword. I still don't necessarily think that's true. Interesting, they got old school kind of that going, that's dodgy video image, which is what NASA was held to, what Nathan yawned at the beginning when we had those pictures put up. That's actually where we're coming full circle. Interesting though that it's there. I had a little search afterwards to see if I could find any like easy software to do it.
Just expand on what you mean, because I really can't follow along. Just be a bit more specific about what video and what's being checked.
Okay, so Dave McKeegan Sun video. It's covered on Flatsoid last night. He's done a little review of this video that's been done. But this lady's gone and took shots, etc., and then took real shots and got modern AI to analyze it for photo editing. And it has a real problem with a lot of the TFE footage. I say not enough to indict, but curious that we've come this full circle.
What's the problem? Because you kind of just repeated the same thing. What's the problem AI had with the footage, which is of the 24-hour, presumably
Did it demonstrate manipulation, photo manipulation?
The time lapse.
Yes, sun in the sky being a particular issue. I said not enough to indict, but we're now at the point where the actual imagery itself is being questioned as to its validity. Something that raises further questions, but interesting that we've got to that stage. I didn't think we would.
Okay.
It's just in perpetual debate, doesn't it?
That's funny because we're covering Pastor Will McDuffy today, right after the first one, after Goober, Grayson, Hawk-Shite. Grace is our presence. I did this one for Nathan, but a lot of people are going to like this one. It's pretty good, but we'll get to Will McDuffy. Now, I did a treatment on this video when it first came out. This was before Will McDuffy was Will McDuffy. He just happened to be with Hanoi Jaron and our boys here at Mr. Ping Pong Golf Ball. And it's kind of interesting. This was well before TFE. So it's kind of interesting to go back. We're not going to review my review video because that would be too crazy with all the voices and stuff. We'd all get all confused. So I talked to the guys and we said, let's just go back to the original video and we'll just go through it again. So I thought it would be pretty interesting. So this is right on topic, except the first one.
Hold up. Are we starting with the bonus?
We're starting with I should have put the bonus first, but yes.
That's my confusion. Apologies for a bad link then. You know.
Yeah, I put the bonus last in the title, but that doesn't mean that's the order that they're going to go in. I can't be held to that. That's unwarranted.
I'm not. There's no indictment. I apologize for the bad link. I almost indicted myself.
Well, and then last night I was in politics and I promised Indio. I said, Indio, listen, I know, because Indio doesn't like to sit through 5-hour videos. He's complained to me about that before. I told him to get stuffed. But I told him that I'd do it for him somewhere in the vicinity of the intro. So, but he's not out there anymore. He probably lasted like maybe 30 seconds into the intro, and he got out of Dodge. He boot scooted. So maybe he'll come back. Doesn't matter. We'll do it in the first. Unless one of you guys have something else. Anyone got anything hot?
There's a members only video that I've released to my members. So if you are a member of mine, and check it out. 10 minutes of awesomeness. It's mostly me.
I just want to say hello.
Who the hell is that?
Who's that?
It's just me.
Is that Neil?
Big D.
Or is that D-Rose, you little friggin'... Where's Neil at? A day to not be here, Neil's not here. That's all right. It's coming. I'm coming for you. Come at me, brah.
Before you start again, question for chat. I don't mind being teased if I am a bit drunk, but it's early. I've been... No. So, odd introduction. Adam Hammered. Thank you for pissing on your audience, Adam. Very respectful. Not flat enough. I'm not sure what you're saying there. Like I say, it's funny sometimes. And maybe later on I will be a little bit tipsy, but that's not the case now. But even if it was so, I'm not sure.
Damn.
Point. And particularly hissing on your audience. Adam, very
Who said
respectful.
that?
Adam, don't worry about him. I've seen comments.
I'm worried. I'm curious, Brian.
I'm trying to fill you in on something. I've seen comments from him after QE Live and Ballbusters and that, where he's saying Adam and Brian has ruined it again. He's just, I don't know who he is. He just had some issue with us. Who cares? I hope I ruin his night.
I hope I do it. Oh boy.
Give me Brian anyway. And Neil's here at last.
Yeah.
You missed the hockey, Neil.
Hey, everyone.
Who has offended my friend, the Adam Meekin?
No. We're not going after Adam Meekin, sir. You're late for a reason. We got cause to. We already indicted you. You're already indicted. You missed it.
I got indicted?
Yep.
What's the charges?
You didn't know who Darius Kasparaitis was?
No, I can't say I do.
I know who Wayne Gretzky is.
You numpty, Neil.
Play it again. Play it again.
But no, we're not doing it again. He has to go back and watch it. So this hockey player that I was struggling to remember the name of, not only did he play for the Pittsburgh Penguins, he played for the New York Islanders and the Rangers, right? Now, Neil, you know when the Rangers win a home game, they go out to the middle of the ice and they put their sticks up as a salute to the fans every time they win a home game? You know who started that, Neil?
Don't tell me he started that.
You betcha he did.
Wow. I'm indicted. I deserve it. What's his name?
Darius Kasparaitis.
Darius Kasparaitis. Now I'm starting to get it.
I was going to say Darius.
What year was this?
Shut up, D-Rose. No one's talking to you. You don't know what hockey is anyway. Shit.
Oh, really?
You're looking at 1976, Neil.
I know Wayne Gretzky.
1976. It was not, Adam. It was, he played for the Penguins 1996-97.
I'm Googling his ass.
Darius Kasparaitis. Gee, you're going to misspell it. It'll still pop him up.
You should just play him the tackle.
It wasn't the tackle, dude.
It was clean. It was good. It was wholesome.
Oh, I should just play it in here. Don't let the YouTubers. They already seen it. I could probably do that. I'll take the sound off and I'll be good, just in case I get copyrighted. Did I get rid of it? No, I didn't. All right, Neil.
Yo, hockey is football on ice, bro. It's
Neil.
a man's sport.
Shut up, D-Rose.
That
Neil.
looks more manly than American football.
Neil, are you watching? Shut up. Neil, are you watching this?
I'm watching it.
All right, here you go. So there he is playing defense. Here comes Eric Lindros. There goes Eric Lindros.
Good tackle. Good tackle. Clean.
Clean
Play
hit.
on. Love it.
It's more manly than South Canadian football.
South Canadian. There he goes, Neil. Bam! That was 20 games for him. He was out a whole month.
I remember him now. Yeah. Wow.
They penalized.
He's easy to forget, though.
D-Rose, shut the hell up.
Hey, my question was, he was so injured that he was out for 20 games, or?
Yeah, look at him. He can hardly walk. Watch what happens to him.
First of all, if you know anything about Eric Lindros, he was a hitter and a killer. And you telling me my man took him out like that?
Yeah. Watch what happens to him. This ain't over.
Oh, is Neil saying the guy who got it deserved it?
More or less.
Yeah, Lindros was a scotch, man.
He's a scotch.
Hey, tell everybody about that guy, that poor guy that got his throat cut with the skate, man. That was really.
All right, we're done with that. We're not going into other hockey stories.
Well,
juggler's laceration.
Because that was Nottingham. It's the Nottingham Panthers that happened at.
Yeah, that's what happened there. Yep.
All right.
It was obviously all over the local news.
Oh, we ain't going out there yet. I got to make sure everything's squared away. So, any other questions? Neil, you're indicted. That's it for you.
Emotional.
I should be.
All right, let's go ahead. So, anything else?
No, I'm happy to move on.
All right. Let me get rid of Darius. Bye, Darius. He was a badass, man. I like
What a guy.
I'm telling you.
What a guy.
All right, let's see. Okay, we're going to start on this one. So this is a special bonus. Shout out to the Goober Grayson Hawk-Shite. He's the new flavor in town, I guess. He's a real dumbass. And purportedly, he's been telling everyone he's got a degree in biochemistry. He couldn't pick his nose without a fleet of slobber nurses. You bring that weak sauce this direction, sunshine. What do you give at? How much time you give him with me?
Not long, but I tell you what he can pick. His bloody eyebrows. Look at the state of that male grooming.
Get shot.
Flatty or a glowbird.
I'll slap him so fast with a Shine Delgarno sequence, he'll be flapping in the wind, this Goober. But you're not going to believe what he says here. I thought of Nathan right away, but it's not only Nathan. So listen closely what this Goober says. This wasn't that long, and Flatzoid comes up again. He had a little debate on modern-day non-debates with the Goober down here. It's not James Kuntz, it's another Goober. But anyway, listen to this moron. Guess what he's going to do? That was rhetorical. What he's going to do is he's going to take the rotating globe away from the globetards. He's just going to smack. He's just going to kill it. And he's unaware of it. He's so stupid. He's unawares. Everyone ready? Here we go.
What he's talking about with Coriolis is complete nonsense. He doesn't know how the physics works in this case. We could go through the calculations. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Every physics teacher in the United States would disagree with Flatzoid on this. Go ahead. I encourage everyone in the audience, contact your local physics professor and ask them, and they can all tell you what Flatzoid just said is utter nonsense.
Yeah, just a flailing, friggin' baseless assertion fallacy. Do 7 offsuit. As soon as I hear some shite like that, that's do 7 to me. I'm on you like a fly on rice. Go ahead, Adam.
Oh, that's again. It's an old school night, isn't it? All you got to do to prove that this guy's a liar is contact your local physics teacher instead of him just demonstrating it.
Right. That's do 7 offsuit. I told you. But that's not the best.
I'll Darius Gasparita his ass.
That's not a T jump, though, is it? That's you see.
He's gonna try to T jump everyone. Pay close attention. Listen close.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Can I ask for 5 more minutes where we can just talk about Coriolis? Because I think he doesn't understand how Coriolis works.
Sure.
You think?
Is that fine?
Like I said, we can keep going.
Okay.
We just want to make sure we're respecting everybody's time. And yeah, I was going to say.
Sorry. Sorry about that, guys, in YouTube land. I caught up. This is what we got right here. This is modern day debate. This is the Goober Shawshank Redemption over here. Shawshank shite. Grayson Hawk-Shite.
Suppository, isn't it?
Say again?
Bottom left. Isn't that fentanyl suppository, bottom left?
Yes, it is. Yeah, good eye. All right, now we're squared away. You know what's going on here out there, YouTube land. Here we go. Listen closely.
Come on.
Do 5 minutes still, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do another 5. That's cool. Let's do that.
Cool, thanks. So, base theory, Grayson. Can you please explain to everybody what Coriolis effect is, please?
Yeah, it's from the rotation of the Earth.
Really? Is that it?
No. Basically, what is Coriolis effect?
Look at his stupid hand gestures.
Yeah, it's from your rotating like inertial frame.
Non-inertial. What an idiot.
In case you missed it, I'll pull a 5er. Here we go. Listen to this closely again, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's from your rotating like inertial frame.
Ouch.
He's an idiot.
That's like He said it's from your thumb on your foot. I mean, that.
It's not
just disclaim something, right? While I was getting trained up on this stuff, which is Coriolis effect in this instance, right? I wasn't always a Coriolis ninja. It took some training. While that training was underway, I recognised quickly that it was pretty easy to confuse the non-inertial rotating frame of reference with the inertial frame of reference, which is where the ball would be travelling in Coriolis effect, right? He's just described the inertial rotating frame of reference, which is wrong. It means he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just exposed himself, right?
Yep.
But it is easy to convolute. I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just trying to say, know your limits. Don't talk about it if you don't understand it. It's just that easy.
Are you a Hawk-Shite simp?
No. I'm just saying, don't open your mouth about Coriolis unless you understand it. And I'm giving the example that while you were training me on this very subject, didn't mean that while I was going through the process of learning it, which he obviously hasn't, I would go out and debate it. It's probably the example where I was like, tell me again. And you were like, I don't mind telling you again. You're like, well, it doesn't seem like that when you're on a show debating someone. You're like, well, this is different. You're a blank canvas. I'm training you. Fine. I don't mind if you don't understand. So I'd ask again, well, explain these frames of reference and which one's which. And you went over it, you'll recall, many times. So it is easy to confuse, and I'm just saying it to anybody. Don't debate Coriolis unless you really know what you're doing. He doesn't. So I'm not trying to be a simp, far from it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Good.
You know what? I wouldn't say Nathan's being a simp. I wouldn't say Nathan's being a simp because just the other day when Nathan was going over with somebody, he inadvertently said inertial, and John, refractive came in and said non-inertial.
Yeah.
With his deep voice.
No, that was wrong. No, that wasn't Coriolis effect that was being detailed. That was gravity. I did get that wrong, but that wasn't Coriolis effect. It was gravity.
Oh, my bad.
I mixed up Newtonian and Einsteinian. One is describing it from the non-inertial, the other the inertial, and I just got it the wrong way around.
Go ahead, Adam.
No, just shameless plug. If only there was an upcoming publication which would first of all outline what Coriolis is, and then any implications it might have if you were to try and invoke it on a presupposed rotating sphere Earth. Only there was an upcoming publication.
Yeah, if there only was an upcoming publication. I don't know what that is.
You've got an upcoming publication? I feel awful.
You know, you can only have an upcoming publication on a flat Earth. You just have to have an outward publication on the ball.
Outward.
Right, that's true. You can only have it up on a flat Earth.
Yep. So,
That's
ladies and gentlemen.
When it comes out,
oh, my God.
Just one small disclaimer. I promise. If you and when you be more optimistic, when you read my book, which you'll all go out and purchase, right? Read the chapter on Coriolis several times. I'm sure on my own live show I've said, look, when you're reading the book, there's going to be certain chapters that you want to read over and over again. That's probably not actually true. It's just the Coriolis chapter.
Jesus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what he just did, now, this isn't a misspeak, and you're going to see why, because he's going to say it several times. What he just said was, in his paradigm, the Earth is an inertial reference frame. That's batshit insane, because, no, it's a rotating. No one would misspeak that. You're not going to misspeak that when you're talking in these specifics, because he's talking about rotation, right? So no one's going to say, on the rotating Earth, the inertial reference frame. That's not a misspeak. That's a retard. Because inertial reference. Shut up. Because inertial reference frames, everyone. Dude, the shining attribute of an inertial reference frame, it doesn't have angular velocity, i.e., it doesn't rotate. Everyone got that? Just in case you were saying, what are they talking about? That's what we're talking about. If you didn't know it, oh my God. Go ahead, Adam.
I think that's mean. There is an indictment here. It shows you've not researched it properly. And back in the day, we all have to give a bit of kudos to Paula here. Yeah, it's kind of intuitively inertial. The way you hear it, you think, well, that's the one that's moving, isn't it? But it's not that. And it was, I don't know, it must be 8 years ago. Yeah, that Paula did this and outlined
Paula?
it.
I'm not giving her. I knew this long before Paula.
I'm not. I'm not on about who woke you up. I'm on about who summarised it succinctly so that I could get it the right way round. Nathan will give the analogy in a minute, yeah. But the point here is, okay, if you're going to go on to modern day debate, this is, to me, the indictment here is this guy's a surface skimmer. To the point he flails his hands around inertial reference frame to do with the Earth. Yeah. No, Coriolis, mate, give the outline, give the implications, or read the chapter in the book. Doesn't matter which. To me, the indictment is he's a sort of standard baller that will throw a strap line out there. But if you press him just a little bit, you can unveil that he's got absolutely no knowledge of the topic he's just invoked.
Yep. Yeah, Paula summarised it by pointing out that you're watching an effect take place, and the description within any of these Coriolis-based descriptions is always of the not actual curving of the ball, for example. Well, in order to describe that, you have to be under the assumption that you're not moving. Yeah? Yes, you're part of a moving frame of reference. The way you're describing this not actual effect of curving is by the assumption that you're on the non-inertial frame of reference. Absolutely accurate within the description. So it was Paula summarising in that way that cemented it me, because it was. I remember saying it on a show, because Adam was only saying that because I was going through the process with QE when Paula summarised it, because I wasn't confident to be debating about it because I couldn't get the frames of reference the right way around, right? So Paula then summarised it. I think it was even from chat, if memory serves me. But she did such a good job of it. It got read out and everyone noted it and went, yeah, that's a really good summary. It might have been on a show. She might have done it verbally. It doesn't really matter. But it was specifically Paula that came down and went, no, you're describing effects. Therefore, if you're also describing you as moving, how can you be describing the not actual effect in the inertial reference frame? Therefore, your frame of reference must be non-inertial. For the audience, if I'm going to summarise it, it'd be like if you're on the roundabout, yeah, your feet are firmly placed to the roundabout. You can be completely still, non-inertial. That's the way I remember it.
I don't know, but I don't know what road you went down. Let's get back on point. 5 seconds, and I'll let you go. Just listen to him. Oh, God. What?
Back on point what? So if we're reviewing people debating here, this is what I smell straight away. Blood. Yeah? I can smell it straight away. This guy doesn't know what he's on about because of what I just outlined, which I won't do again. At this point, what I'm hoping...
I love Adam.
Well, all I would hope is what Flatsoy does is that. No, don't now explain anything to this retard. Whatever you do, ask for more explanation from him as soon as you realise he knows shit.
You good? Here we go.
I'm good to go now. Press play.
Of the Earth.
No, what is Coriolis effect?
Yeah, it's from your rotating like inertial frame.
I can't get by it. You ass clown. Go ahead, do it again.
Basically, like you basically like
Yeah, basically, you know. You're just stalling. You're just pulling dumb shit out of your ass, making yourself look like a fool, but you're too stupid to realize it. Hawk-Shite, idiot.
Southern hemisphere, the northern hemisphere, the things are going to rotate different.
The thingies are rotating differently. What thingies are rotating differently? What is that? What does that have to do with the Coriolis effect, you glue sniffing moron? Say it again.
Differently because of the Coriolis effect. You're going to have, it's basically like a pseudo force that's.
It's a basic, look at his hand gestures. It's like is that a pseudo force hand gesture, moron? You know about as much about this as you do about amyloids, you glue sniffing idiot.
Got that right, though. He accidentally got that right.
That's applied to objects in motion when they're in a circular, like a rotating.
Oh, then he ruined it, didn't
yes, he did.
Pseudo force that's applied to objects.
I love it when the pause button from QE comes when they're doing really well for about 0.5 of a second, and then they immediately ruin it.
Let's go back fiver. Here we go, glue snuffer.
That's applied to objects in motion when they're in a circular, like a rotating reference frame.
A circular rotating reference frame. But then you just denied that a little bit earlier. You're going to do it again here for everyone to hear plainly.
What's
No,
rotating?
We're going to. He doesn't know, Adam. That's the point. Listen.
Correct you quickly. The Coriolis effect is based on 2 reference frames. You being on the moving.
Yeah, he's going to explain it to him, but not the best explanation. I'll cut him some slack. I'm not dealing with Flatzoid right now.
Reference frame, which would be the non-inertial reference frame, seeming to have an apparent deviation of an object in the inertial reference frame. No.
No,
the airplane.
Inertial reference frame can be
Adam, you got to shut up, dude.
No. That's funding muting, okay? Exactly what's just happened there. Where's your mod? Okay, Flatzoid's just about to show him his arse, and he realizes he knows what he's talking about, Flatzoid. So he's funding muting him right now.
Yes.
Flatzoid's let him just chat away till he's done. That's where the mod has to step in and say, you can't do that. He's about to describe the thing you failed to do.
He doesn't know. This moderator doesn't even know his own name. Look at the look in his eyes.
The indictment's on the funding mute button from the baller.
He doesn't care.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
That's all
reference frame.
Oh, my God.
I just wanted to say that you wouldn't beat this guy in a debate on a neutral platform.
Have an apparent deviation of an object in the inertial reference frame. No.
No,
the airplane.
Inertial reference frame can be
I
moved.
let you talk.
Let's give him another 10
plane,
seconds here. We'll
the plane is in the inertial reference frame, having the apparent deviation as you move underneath the plane. So
that's in his paradigm.
Yeah.
Not actually deviating, it just appears that way.
Oh my God! The fuck?
I'm sorry. You haven't either. You've done it up until this point. Occasionally, you haven't peppered it with many disclaimers about it being their paradigm. But you are right to critique him in that regard. If you're going to correct him, and props first of all, right? It'd be a crap sandwich. I'm sorry, Flatzoid. Yeah, you understand this stuff. That's abundantly clear. Great, you've demonstrated that, so you're not going to get any critique from us. Doesn't get you a point though, because you're doing something on his behalf for his paradigm. So either make that clear, don't do it.
Yep.
There's no actual conservation of momentum.
What the hell does conservation of momentum have to do with this topic?
And now he's trying to preemptively control the circumstance by taking away Globiolis from him. This isn't going to work out well for Flatzoid. I can already see this going wayward very quickly.
Yeah, it's going to work out.
This is what are you there to do? Are you there to win a debate or educate? Right? Now, people aren't listening now. He's, as you say, he's addressing something that the ball has not thrown out of his arse yet in a desperate attempt to cancel out 2 different references.
Yeah, he did.
And make one.
He did. Yeah? He mentioned conservation of momentum a couple minutes before. We didn't go over it, but Flatzoid shouldn't have mentioned it because it has nothing to do with this. So
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
In the second reference frame, because it is flying in a linear fashion, because you're moving underneath it, it appears to.
He's in his paradigm. He's rotating, not just moving. He is rotating on his fairy tale spinning ball space monkey.
Have that deviation. That is Coriolis, mate.
So you can just do all the same reference frame. You can have the Earth as your inertial reference frame.
What?
It can all be one reference frame, he just said.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the look of a Dunning-Kruger fuckstick. He would fail intro to 6th grade physics. As simple as that. That's it. He's done. Yeah. What?
I stopped because I thought he was going to carry on. That was not even a hand wave. That was a complete denial of what you may or may not want to critique the description of, but fundamentally correct, right? No, you can have just one reference frame. You can do it all in one, though, if you want to. Where's this going? Why are we doing this for Indigo?
I'm sorry.
This was an example of a complete ass clown that doesn't know. It's not even fundamentals. It's beneath fundamentals. He doesn't know what an inertial or a non-inertial reference frame is. That's where we're at. And he said it.
It's worse.
It's worse. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because he's just said, yeah, I like that, where you've invoked 2 reference frames, but we could just do it in one, Coriolis, can't we? Even though fundamentally that's against the definition. That's the level of Dunning-Kruger. I hate that phrase. Yeah.
Got a joke. I just don't want to overtalk you and upset you. I had a message from Simon Dunn. He says, Grayson's correct. You and your reference frames have been ruined.
Yeah, good one. Nice one. Well played.
So you can just do all the same reference frame. You can have the Earth as your inertial reference frame for the literally.
Then it's not Coriolis. Then it's not Coriolis. This is why. Sorry, that's why I said I see you don't understand Coriolis, and this is why you don't understand the argument. This is why I had to get you to understand.
So just FYI, the Earth itself is an inertial reference frame.
He did it again.
Bubbling down, isn't he? He's on that path, and he's not letting go, is he?
No, he's not. He's got a kung fu death grip on that sumbitch. Let's hear that again. Say it again. This is the 3rd time.
Get you to understand.
So just FYI, the Earth itself is an inertial reference frame.
You asshat. You don't realize how stupid you look. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. Say it again.
Get you to understand.
So just FYI, the Earth itself is an inertial reference frame, and you can.
Do it again.
So just FYI, the Earth itself is an inertial reference frame, and you can.
You understand.
So just FYI, the Earth itself is an inertial reference frame.
Good.
FYI.
What?
I think Adam's pointing out that he interjected, right? So Flatsoid hadn't quite got to the end of his statement. And he's FYI at the top of Flatsoid. Props to you, Flatsoid, right? You're a lot more tolerant than I. To spew something that's completely incorrect, even by his own rhetoric, which is nonsense. Within his own rhetoric, his claim as a baller is that Earth is a non-inertial turning reference frame.
No, an inertial. Inertial.
That's what I was just about. It didn't let me finish. He's just stated that it's an inertial frame of reference according to him. According to his rhetoric, it's non-inertial. He's getting it wrong, and he's FYI through the top of Flatsoid with something that's incorrect according to his own rhetoric.
Yeah, not his own rhetoric, his own religion. Ladies and gentlemen, ballers, you dumbasses, you better get the hook and get this guy out of the community. Because he's really screwing the pooch. What he just demonstrated right here in words 3 times, he has claimed that the ball tard is not rotating. That's what he just did. 3 times. He's so stupid, he's totally unaware of it. You better get the hook. Better get the hook. Get the schmuck out of here. Go ahead, Nathan.
There's going to be people that don't understand. Because he said that the Earth is an inertial frame of reference, he's essentially saying Earth's not turning by saying that. He doesn't know that. He didn't break it down, but I'm going to.
I just broke it down 3 times.
Okay. Well, I broke it down better.
No, you didn't.
I would say I did.
Shut up.
And you can calculate the entire flight based on the
want to know.
Oh my God. Is there a delay?
There might be.
Or are you delayed?
My development is.
Yeah, possibly I could be coming in a bit with a lag.
Go ahead. It's open air.
It could be just you too keen on your play button, aren't you? Pressing play literally as you're finishing a sentence. Something you promised you wouldn't do.
I never.
Yeah, he's restricting his panel from getting in and talking. He's making sure we don't get a chance to talk.
Yeah.
This is not a neutral platform.
This is not a neutral platform.
The agenda to be got out quickly.
Did you hear his final statement, Adam? He said, "This is not a neutral platform." That was priceless. I love that. Go ahead, Adam.
Brian's only piped up about 2 or 3 times. He's been on absolutely fantastic form tonight.
I know.
Brian, you're ace.
It's fighting for justice, Brian. I love it.
Go ahead. Where do you want it? I'm not. It's all the way over here. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. It's some trivial point. No, that's what it was. See, that was the point. FYI. That's his new funding mute. That's why I can't ever get the explanation out and actually point out that this retard doesn't know what he's on about and actually described the wrong frame of reference repeatedly.
Yep.
He just keeps muting it. It's very telling.
See, that's why it's not a misspeak. Because if he misspoke, granted, I got you. He's done it now 3 times, and he's going to detail his moronic ass clownery. So that's why it's not a misspeak. As I said, he would fail intro to 7th grade physics. Right here. Doofus.
Itself is an inertial reference frame, and you can calculate the entire flight based on the reference frame of the Earth. So
you can calculate entire flights based on the reference frame of the Earth. What?
Oh.
What does that mean?
And there is the possibility he's getting confused about the the inertial frame of reference that is Newtonian. He might be messed up about that.
No.
Oh, you can use
a non-inertial.
Just one second there, Flatsoy. We gotta let him respond to some
You
of the
can
things
actually
there.
pick any inertial reference frame that you want.
We could just pick any inertial reference frame. You get an inertial reference frame. You get one. You get one over there. What the hell does that mean? Look at Flatsoid's face.
You can do a train moving at a constant speed. You can calculate the entire plane's flight relative to that.
Oh, you sorry bastard, you YouTube.
What's going on?
Train.
You fucking prick. You communists. We'll do it again.
Yeah. Any inertial reference frame that you want. You can do a train moving at a constant speed. You can calculate the entire plane's flight relative to that train.
Yeah, yeah, that's what a lot of people do. They get on trains to calculate plane flights. You asshat.
Quick question. Did Flatsoid just get told off? Did I miss? Or did Flatsoid just get told off for interrupting him?
Yes.
It was almost preempting of Flatsoid's attempt to preempt what he was saying. You actually shut him down halfway, literally a millisecond into Flatsoid saying something.
Yeah.
But isn't it Flatsoid's turn to talk? I mean, in their own format, isn't it Flatsoid's turn to talk?
Doesn't matter. I think we're done.
You can do that if you want.
We can do that if we want. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I get on trains to calculate plane flights.
Totally valid with
friggin' Goober.
What about if I got on the back of a trampoline that was on a moving truck and showed that there was no reference frames? How would that help him?
Go talk to your call your physics teacher up. You know, the local
that
ones.
would be your reference frames are ruined.
Thanks,
ruin
Neil.
a lot of them, wouldn't it, for Nathan?
You have obviously been swapping spit in the showers, as QE puts it.
Who?
My man Dan and this Grayson dude.
He's just a retard. I don't think he has anything to do with anyone. He's just a goober.
But my suggestion of swapping spit in the showers is based on the fact that Simon Dunn says there's only one reference frame when he's indicting there being 2. You and your reference frames are ruined.
Yeah.
And this Grayson, the same thing. Only one, you say, Grayson? Oh, you clown.
Yep. He's a moron. Well, at least he's confirmed that the Earth's not rotating. Thanks a lot, there, idiot. My God, let's get away from him. That's it for that one. That's all I had. Alrighty then. Any final comments before we move into McDuffy's beginnings with frickin' frack?
It's a mirage.
Brian likes to be humorous to say. He's been on fine form.
Anything, Brian? Thanks a lot.
I'll go ahead and say this isn't a neutral platform for him.
Thank you. As lead counsel?
Yeah, I have to stay on my client's business. Yeah.
All right. All right, counselor, here we go. Oops, that's not the play button.
Here is a mirage. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Debatism. It's not quite a debate, but it'll be close. We're just going to have a little conversation here between Austin Whitsitt, myself, and Pastor Will.
Sorry, I didn't preface this. This is debatism from a moron globetard now. This happened 123-24, so a little over, like I said, a year ago. Better say 123-24. It does. So this is when he kind of sort of first showed up, the McDuffster. And like I said, there's a previous, if you look back in BALLBUSTERS, I did a, just because I was really doing it on Goober, Jaron, and this idiot, Whitsitt, but he showed up. So he was just like, oh, okay, this guy's there, whoever he is. So, like I said, we wanted to go back and listen to some of his horse shit. And there's what we got. All right, I prefaced it. Here we go.
Will Duffy's pastor of Agape Kingdom Fellowship. Will let him introduce himself to you guys. So let's bring you over here.
If you have epilepsy, I sure hate it for you.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This has been a couple weeks in the making, and we're here, and we will introduce everybody. First, real quick, we've got Austin Whitsitt. Austin, say hello.
Say hi.
How's it going? This should be fun.
Should be fun. And we've got over here to my right.
I didn't notice it before, but he's got these flashes going behind here. It's starting to really aggravate me. Just me.
The pastor, Will Duffy. Pastor, how are you?
Pretty good. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Good. Yeah. So go ahead, and I guess we could just start out by telling people why this conversation is happening. And you said you have about a 5-minute intro or something you wanted to do?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of let everybody know who I am and how I got here. So my name is Will Duffy. I'm the pastor of Agape Kingdom Fellowship in Colorado. This discussion was originally supposed to be me and Dave Weiss, who is best known as
Big Globe Dave.
Flat Earth Dave, but I believe he's traveling and couldn't make it. So Austin, thanks for stepping in. And if this conversation ends up not going well for you, go ahead and blame Dave for pawning me off on you, okay?
Doesn't look like Austin's in a good humor.
I want to give the quick backstory.
Go ahead, Adam.
If that was a witty retort, he should not start doing evening speaking.
Yeah.
There was a joke in there if it was delivered.
Yeah, but it wasn't, because he's a numpty dipshit.
Oh, he's just reading from a script.
Yeah, he is reading it. Yep. Yep. It sounded contrived to me, Adam.
If you wrote that joke yourself, right, you'd have delivered it, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
As in, yeah. And if he gets his ass handed to him tonight, don't blame me. Blame Dave. Yeah? Not. And if he gets his...
There's a technical term for it in performing arts. It's called being wooden.
It's a family show.
Of how I got here deep in the flat earth discussion. And here's just how deep I am in this rabbit hole. Last month, I traveled to Nashville for a flat earth debate. And while I was there, I ended up meeting Flat Earth Dave in the flesh.
Big Globe Dave? You seen Big Globe Dave in the flesh? Oh my God. Honey!
Were you impressed?
Deep.
Go ahead, Adam.
Oh, that's deep. I could, because I'm not that deep. I've never been to Nashville and seen Big Ball Dave in the flesh. He's gone deep.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a level of research, yeah, hard work, figuring shit out, getting through the bullshittery. No. All I should have realised is all I had to do was go to Nashville, see Big Ball Dave in the flesh, and then I'd be in deep into this.
What happened here? Did you see? This is the first time I've witnessed it. Does he have a slinky neck? Watch this. Watch this scary shit. Watch this. I'm serious. Watch this. Look, watch Austin. Short neck, and then.
Yes.
Oh, God. Oh, is he a slee stack? My God, son. Oh, creepy.
It was a quick meeting.
Reptilian.
He's a reptilian.
Now, we didn't have a chance to converse, but...
there they are. Look at this guy over here. He's really into it.
He's from the next convention hall, isn't he? He's from the Lord of the Rings thing. One of the hobbits. Just come in.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Yep. Brothers in arms. Frick, frack, and fruck. And this doofus.
But at least we got to meet. And then I attended the debate.
He couldn't get debate out. He lost his breath. Did you see that? Funny.
Which was between two pastors. And that turned into quite a dumpster fire. Let me show one other picture here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys, 1 second.
All right, let's get on with it.
Picture from where I was sitting. And
guess who this is? You'll find out.
I took this picture right as thing.
Who? Odell. Now, we know who that is. I'm saying who's sitting down in the front row.
That's our ginger savior, isn't it?
Things
Ginger
started
savior.
to get
Is that ginger savior?
Mr. Pig Ball Golf Ball?
Oh, what's it?
heated. And I didn't notice it until recently. But right there, I believe that's Austin sitting in the front row of that debate.
Wow, that's so funny. Austin, he is not in good humor this evening, ladies.
So,
of course, that wasn't funny. Why would he need to even react to your dumb shit?
Didn't realize.
But this is amazing. This is amazing coverage.
We'd be meeting right now. So how did we get here? About 2.5 years ago.
Oh, God.
A friend of mine posted on Facebook.
Do we want to fast forward through this? Get to the meat?
Yes.
Oh, please, God. Yeah.
Through his wooden script reading, yes, please.
All right. I don't know where it is, but oh, there's an egg. There's an egg and something else. Or egg or a golf ball? I don't know.
Egg? Russell Brand styley?
I don't know.
I think it's probably more Anthony Riley styley.
Nah, I think that's a golf ball.
That's a disc. Look.
And a disc.
It's got
You're right.
ball earth and a flat disky earth.
Austin left. He got bored.
You don't blame the lad.
All right, let's try it here.
And here are the 12 topics.
He's got 12 proofs.
He's the last thing I got to share here.
What's his number one best proofsy for a ball-tard? Anyone? Anyone remember?
My I've never seen this, but my question would be, how many of these will be question proofs?
That's a good question. That doesn't supersede my question though. What's his number one bestest baller proof? Anyone?
It's probably going to be that the azimuthal equidistant projection could potentially be shown to be wrong if he goes to Antarctica. Am I right?
No.
There's a point where we say, stop, QE. in an after show. Save this for a thing. This is the point. All I remember is going number 12 from this part. I can't remember what it is, but he goes through them all, and all I want is number 12 is my only recollection.
Ah, okay. Anyone else? No? Nothing? I did remember it, by the way. Just want to let everyone know.
Okay. Here they are. The first is the Himawari 9 Japanese weather satellite. The second is whether or not NASA photoshops their images.
12.
Then
what's number 12? Water does not always find its level.
Which one do you want to deal with? I said number 12. That's all I remembered. I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, here you go. Because the rest of them are, as Nathan described, question proofs is.
And how there's no flat Earth map, and the Gleason map actually comes from a globe.
Well, he admitted it. So you destroyed a globe projection there, Will.
First Jay of the evening, please.
Jay? All right.
Yeah. Because that's... This is where we said stop, because this is where it's worth analysing, isn't it?
Yep.
Just look at that as an indictment, okay, on what happened afterwards. He's number 3. There is no flat Earth map. Gleason map comes from a globe. Now, at this point, he'll try and get Brian, who indict himself, and before he'll even talk to him, to admit that the AE projection is false. In that statement alone, saying that Gleason's comes from a globe, recognises it's not a flat Earth thing. It's nothing to do. It comes from a globe. So unless he thinks so little of us that we base everything on a projection from a globe, this is kind of, to me, highlighting this guy's, what is he, a shill? Straw man?
He's a schmuck.
Confidence trickster.
No. There's a term that we call in the industry. He's a schmuck. He just destroyed himself, but he's too stupid to realize it. Do you think we weren't going to come back here and review this stuff? Is that what you thought, Will Duffy? You just compromised yourself with your number 3. It's right there for everyone to read. Go ahead.
Well,
go ahead, Brian. On this unbiased platform.
Not only did he destroy himself there, what Adam referred to concerning me was that I sent him, this is for the audience, not for you, I know you know, but this is, I'm going to tell you something you may not know. I sent him, before any of this TFE happened, I sent him a better thing to do than TFE. At the time, we didn't have pitch data. And I said to him, if you spend that same amount of money on getting the pitch data from 2 reputable airlines like Qantas and Lufthansa or whatever, of 2 of their international flights, I said, that will solve it. That will tell you whether it's flat or a globe, right? It's totally objective, no way out, right? I said, nobody needs to go to Antarctica. You don't need insurance. You don't need all these. No one needs to fall off an ice wall, blah, 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 right? He came back to me and said, right, and I showed this in my video, that he would only watch the video I made concerning my suggestion to him, right, on the grounds that I admit that if they see a 24-hour sun, that the AE projection is debunked. Now, he just referred to the Gleason's map, which is an AE projection. They're the same exact thing.
Yep.
I don't know what, there's no real, as far as the projection goes, and like underneath the latitude and longitude grid, there's no difference. Now, recently, he's been on flat sides after the whole TFE thing in recent weeks, and he said, right, well, because he's talking about coming up with new final experiments, right, ridiculous, right, and all that is, right, he said, why don't you get something together and approach me with it, was the basics of what he, like, why don't you come up with your own thing and approach me with it? It's like, we did, Will, and you wouldn't watch it without the caveat of me agreeing to some rubbish because you didn't want to deal with it. Now, afterwards, he did go back and leave comments because he realised once we got the pitch data, it was a major issue. But it doesn't matter. The point is that he said, why don't you get something? Now, Flat side and them obviously didn't remember or maybe watch my video. It's like, we already did that, Will, and you refused basically with caveats to have anything to do with it. So, you know, what the guy is just willing to lie at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, he's over. It's done right here. It's over right here with the number 3 statement. He's a schmuck. This is well before TFE. Maybe 2-3 months, maybe. I'm just spitballing here. Somewhere, something like that.
That was the point of Brian's analogy, though, right? Okay. So Will's initial motivation after coming to this topic wasn't to see whether or not there was going to be a 24-hour sun. It was to provide conclusive proof whether it was a ball or not. Hence Brian's mitigation. Don't waste your money doing that. That won't prove anything. Try this. Pre-pitch data. Just spend your money on getting the pitch data. Something we're desperate. That'll demonstrate it. Yeah. If you have to nose down, then we've got a problem as far as we haven't, have we? That was so. This again goes to the genuineness of what he said to you genuinely. All I wanted to do was bring a little bit of resolution to this debate. Now, you didn't. You only wanted to go to there, right? Yeah, as proven, because there was a much better proof that you just poo-pooed. And then, as we're alluding to, and that's why I went with Gleason's, this guy's recognising, that a Gleason's comes from a globe. Like a nuanced point, but I'll concede it. Yeah, but that's the point here. Something he's going to try and disprove by seeing a 24-hour sun. Something that he gets Jaren to cuckold to.
Yep.
Odd admissions. I'll come to you, Brian. To the point that we told Brian when he sent us the bullshit response, I'll only engage with you if you admit the AE globe projection is not a flat Earth model. I said, happily admit to that. It's the biggest load of cockamamie nonsense.
Actually, just Adam, you just cleared up something there. I should have said to the audience. Yeah, when he initially came into this arena and started talking about doing this TFE thing, he wasn't focused on Antarctica. He actually stated he was willing to pay money to gain truth. So he was willing to pay money to gain the truth of whether it's a flat or a globe. Now, we all told him that going to Antarctica and doing what he's doing is not going to solve anything. And did he listen? No, because he had no intention of listening. But did it solve anything? No. In the end, it's only going to make him look bad. So did it prove flat or globe? No. Thanks, Huey.
No, he did. His Frick buddy over here. And number 3 destroys you. See, Frick right here already knows this. But he's not looking up, right? He's working on his idiot memoirs. Globe-tard memoirs already. But number 3 is the comeuppance. It's all over. You're a schmuck.
The second is whether or not NASA photoshops their images.
Let's hear you state it.
Then how there's no flat Earth map, and the Gleason map actually comes from a globe.
Thank you very much. Goodbye. Finished. You're finished. You're a schmuck. That's it.
Space is real. Satellites are real. And I'm not talking about satelloons. Solar eclipses only make sense in the globe model. Lunar.
Where's that globe model at?
Eclipses are only possible in the globe model.
In the globe model. So they're only possible in the globe model, but not in reality. Thanks a lot for that. Do you have that globe model? Can we see in it?
The Apollo 8 mission and the pictures and videos they took. The ISS is real and it's in space. Spacewalks happen in space and they cannot happen underwater. Southern Hemisphere flights, that's my personal favorite. And then water does...
This is Adam's personal favorite.
...does not always find its level. So this...
Look at us.
Why? Because the rest of them, as Nathan alluded to, are either just question proofs, yeah, Or just
didn't know that was going to be
nonsense.
the case, by the way. I just guessed that there would all be question proofs. I didn't know. I've never seen this.
Yes, you have. We reviewed it. And
Nathan's never there.
Wasn't he there?
If we did it on a QE live, unlikely, and if we'd done it in an after show, unlikely.
No, we did it. I thought we did it on a BALLBUSTERS. We did it on a QE live. I thought he was here. Okay,
no,
fair enough.
No, because we went into his agape church thing at the beginning.
Yes,
that'd be. Yeah.
Not that it matters, but I've never heard or seen this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
This should give us plenty of options to discuss. And Austin, I'll even let you choose which ones we talk.
Look, Austin, this is like it's like shooting monkeys in a fishbowl. But you see the look on his face, like, give me a break, dude. 2015, here we go again. Anything else, Adam?
I just want curvy water. 12.
Talk about. The only one that I really want to make sure we cover before the night is over is Southern Hemisphere flights, as that's my favorite. I'm more than happy to hit all of these if you'd like. And before we start, I have a quick question for both of you. I will probably bring up the Titanic at some point tonight. And
this is deep. No pun intended.
I want to make sure we're all on the same page regarding the Titanic. So it was a real boat.
That's really important. You gotta get this out. The Titanic was a real boat. Oh my God.
It really sunk, and it's really at the bottom of the ocean. Do we all agree on that?
I do not necessarily believe that.
Austin?
But I can give it to you.
Sank, yeah. It looks like something may have sank right after a science fiction book called The Wreck of the Titan was published about the same exact story.
Okay, great. All right, well.
All right, next.
Let's dive in.
We're going to dive into the Titanic. Jesus. What? You're a schmuck, dude. Certified schmuck.
It's ironic that they're bringing up the Titanic, and I tell you why.
Yeah, because they're on it.
Yeah, exactly. They're on the Titanic, and it's going down, and they're trying to tell themselves it's not. That's exactly it, and that's the analogy I've used with some of with Ruhif and other people. I've literally called him Ruhif Glenn Titanic Williamson, right, jokingly to him, because he's on this sinking ship that he's pretending is not going down. Keep bringing up the Titanic because it's like a psychological thing where they know their ship is going down. There's no way around it. The iceberg hit, it's done. Thanks.
This is one of them moments that we're starting to do now in 2025 is where you shout wanker. Right. What are you doing, you absolute wanker? What kind of retard do you think you're going to lead me into this kind of, I'll admit I'm a complete conspirator. Yeah. It was the Rothschilds that did it. What is he wanting here? What does he think his intellect is so great that he can just drop this in with his smug little, what looks like mildly stoned face right now, to indict people later on? And why would you, if you've got such a great indictment, why would you lay it out? Here, here's my 3 aces. Let's see. I'm going to bring up the Titanic later and then not use it. It's, like I said, it's like a man who's reading from a script. Yeah, but he's not even read the script. He's just reading it out. He doesn't know what's coming in the next sentence, or even enunciate it properly with any emotion.
And I must say, you guys produce a ton of content. So, Austin, I only had a chance to watch your videos.
Right, so that went down like a lead balloon, so I'll blow some smoke up your arse to cover it. Interesting.
Like 2 and 3 and 4 hours long. So it's hard to catch up on everything, but I will give you props for something. You definitely have the best opening in the flat earth community.
That's a damn lie.
That's it. Stop the goddamn show. Let's review something else. In a court of, I think, can we take this to a court in America?
They litigate everything here, man. Probably, yeah.
That is a lie. People put them side by side. Even the original Globebusters doesn't touch the thing
That's
that
right.
we're getting. This is why they're attacking it. It's so goddamn good.
You see what I'm doing now, Adam? I'm doing little curly cues before I head down there.
I thought you was having a seizure.
Specifically the one with all of the dancing astronauts.
Thanks. Took forever to make that.
Yeah, I like it. So where do you want to start?
Let me just start off real quick, just because of what I wrote you in that text message that I didn't know you said until I watched your third video. So I'm guessing you got that from Dave McKeegan, but it was me that filmed the ISS.
Yes.
Who cares? Where are we getting to? Why don't we get to 1 through 12? When's that going to happen?
Just go to 12.
Okay, and
just go to 12.
I posted it on my channel.
I knew you posted it, but then I had heard you took it down.
Okay, but let's think about it real quick. Why would I post it? If I was trying to hide something from my audience, what sense does it make that I would film the ISS cross the sun? Wouldn't I just shelve it? So what sense does it make that you would say, oh, Jaron, he put it out and then he pulled it? And by the way, it's not off the internet. It's still on Odyssey. I pulled all my videos, but everything I've ever done is still on Odyssey. So it's not like it was singled out. It's not like it had that it was anything different.
What's so funny, schmuck? Can you tell us what is so funny? Because of
He's
your
been called out here, isn't he?
like his feeble little attacks, right? They're worse than a clumsy child, you schmuck. And these smilings, they just come out at inopportune times. They're not associated with anything. You're not only a schmuck, you're a creep, dude. Just personal, just from me to you. This is creep behavior.
To me than any of my other videos.
I didn't know the history, and so I did two things. One, I tried to find it on your channel, and I couldn't find it. And I didn't know if maybe you did a live, and then after the live was uploaded to YouTube, then took it down.
No, it was just a regular uploaded video.
Oh, God.
But, you could have reached out to me if you wanted. Said, hey, did you pull that video? Why did you pull that video? I'm available. It doesn't have to be you make a video, because you basically made a video saying,
oh my God, Snorville. I'm 5 in it.
No. This is interesting.
Is it?
Yeah. Why? You may ask. Is that what I heard you say?
Did I go back? I just hit number of 5.
No, you don't have to. What's interesting here is history. History's funny, isn't it? Look at what we've got happening here. We've got Jaron having a dig at... I just said, he's calling him a shithouse for doing something. So these guys, they've got issues, haven't they? So later on down the line, you were to say whether or not Jaron, when he turned tail and changed position, was even a mate of this, he could go, no, look at this, where I called him a shithouse for misrepresenting me with the ISS. But it's all emotionless. Even if Jaron's angry, he could at least put a finger up his own bum so he shows it. It's about as emotive as Will.
Are you saying this is set up? Do we got a conspiratard on our hands here?
I'm saying if I was the sort of person that thought I want to sink a load of people on a ship that may or may not have existed to invoke the Fed, then... yeah, I might look at it that way.
Anyway, because I said there's my kind of and Art Rockfin as well. So it's kind of like my archives are there, and then YouTube, because we get strikes whenever. It's sometimes you want to be a little careful about what's there. So anyway, wanted to put that out there, but good, glad that you.
There's another smile. Why? There's no need for a smile here. There's nothing here. Are you looking at a piece of colored tape?
If you've got bullet points, things to tick off on your grand scheme before announcing the TFE, that's another one. Pretend argument or antagonism or unjustified treatment of Jaron. Tick, smile, oops. There's
exactly.
Hey, get a hold of that mic.
Recognize that. And Dave McKeegan knows, by the way. Dave McKeegan knows that. And I think you even said in your thing, you're like, oh, and he has some excuse of why he took it down. So somebody told you the reason that I took it down.
No, I was just saying that you probably.
Elijah, you know, you guy. My word.
Oh my God.
Probably will have a
got
reason for taking it down.
Gotcha.
Not that I had heard one.
Got you. All right. And then it's up to you, Austin, where you want to start with his list there.
Well, I do want to say one thing real quick.
12.
So, like,
number 12.
I find it weird that you said you looked into it for 2 years and you didn't care about all these things, all these claims that the globe model makes.
What globe model? You're giving it to him now. He Jedi mind tricked in you because he said it. So you're going to have to show that, Austin. Yeah. This is a bad habit of yours. You've done it countless times. It's in the high hundreds now.
And that you don't care about the size. That's the part I don't understand. If the claimed size of the Earth being a sphere is wrong, I don't have to even look at your list.
Yeah, kudos, right? He's exactly right. It's all over. That's correct.
You realize that, right? Like,
no, he doesn't realize. He's a schmuck.
The Earth isn't a sphere with that size.
That's a great point, right?
I know it is.
And if you're gonna open with that, never move from it.
Exactly. Yep, I would have never moved from that. Nope.
List is not even relevant. Like, what people always do is they don't go to the heart of it because they're afraid of what it might show them. And they come over here and tell me fairy tales about space. I can run right through your list, bro. I can take most of your list and turn them into
no, stay here. Stay here.
The geocentric evidences exclusively.
Now we're into geocentrism. Shocking.
But I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, he's further away.
Yeah, he's getting further away. Yep.
You agree that if the radius value of a...
Go ahead.
I was just saying, that seems to play to their benefit. If the point that's factually correct is stated, and then they wander off down a line of ridiculous assumptions, everyone can forget the fact at the beginning.
Who are you talking about, Austin?
Yeah, both sides, the true furfers and the ballers, both. They don't want to stay on topic.
Correct. He could just stay right. Let's see if he stays.
Sphere is falsified and Earth's not curving at that rate, then everything else that needs the Earth model at that size also is incorrect, right? It would be the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah, just kill it right at the root. Yep, he's on it. Stay here then.
Yeah, all I can tell you, man, just because I don't have a scientific background.
That's all right. That's not a scientific topic. He's asking you about the radius of the Earth. That's not science. So you just sacrificed your science acumen on the altar of dumbass, right? You don't know it. You're not aware of it. Why? Well, because you're a schmuck. That's why.
I do believe the Earth is a sphere.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, this is a tactic that Will Duffy likes to use regular. Instead of addressing what you're saying to him, he'll try and appeal to how he's not something or you're not something. Let's say as a trade. Like when it came to him trying to address the pitch data on the video that I had sent to him that he wouldn't watch originally, without caveats, he said, well, look, I'm not a pilot and you're not a pilot. It's like immediately trying to place both him and me in a position of equalness where none of us know what we're talking about. And he knows a pilot if I'd like to come and talk to that pilot. It's like, obviously I knew which pilot that was, right? The fraud 60-20. And I told him where to go with it. But this is where he goes to. He either takes away, he says, well, I'm not this or I'm not that. Or he'll say, you're not this or you're not that. It's like That's not addressing the issue.
Yep.
Right? It doesn't matter. You have to address the issue. And this is something he does regular.
Yeah. I've noticed him do that too, Brian. Yep, peel red herring fallacy away quick. Let's see if he does here with Austin.
I can tell you, man, just because I don't have a scientific background, is I do believe the Earth is a sphere.
So he accepts without evidence that the Earth is a sphere. That's what he just said by using believe.
Don't know the exact size of it.
You don't know the exact side of it, so that's going to get him out of incoherent jail free. Or is Austin going to hold him to it? That's no excuse. Ignorance is no excuse.
And I'm here to defend that it is a sphere.
Go ahead, Adam.
When I said stay there, if you're going to go out the gate like that, it's fine. He's now just giving you the feeder line of why you have to stay there. And you've got him by the balls there.
Yep.
So by your own words, Will, you don't know the significance of the R value. Let's forget your questions, even number 12, and tell you how you have to have a definitive R value for the next hour and a half, son.
Yep.
Yeah? All I do now.
Yes, sir.
He's just told you. And my whole reason for having to question and believe it's a ball is because I don't know why the R means shit. I don't know why you're going to need R for that. I know a book that might help him.
What book might that be?
I don't know. What's it called, Nathan?
They better have crayons.
Nathan's not here anymore.
It comes with snacks for ballers if you get the limited edition version.
Nathan, what's that book called?
All roads lead to a flat Earth.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't here. Good job.
By Nathan Oakley.
Yeah, by Nathan Oakley.
Cool. So I'm gonna be like real good faith and chill. I don't care to go through your list, but I do know the science, and I know that the Earth is not a sphere. I tested it, but I have a.
You do know the science.
Oh, why?
Yep.
I do know the science, and I do know the Earth's not a sphere. I hope that's not conjoined. They're separate statements.
Yep.
Not one relying on the other. Please, God.
Oh yeah, it's relying. Oh yeah.
I have a question for you though. So I believe in the scriptures, right?
So now he does it for him. Now
oh my God.
Yep. Now away from that. Now on to the script. Now we got Austin agenda, right? Where he should have stayed with the previous topic. You got it. Will didn't have to do much, did he? Nope.
He's not done anything.
He just said he didn't know.
Just fired like a Soryukan, yeah? And instead of dealing with it, he's just gone, no, I'm going to go completely I'm going to go douse him. You know what I mean, on him. What is it? It's a completely different tactic, yeah? One thing's to show his ignorance. The second is to question whether or not he takes the Bible as the written word of God, I assume.
Yes.
Is what he's about to do. Very different tacks. Both meritorious to show that Will's a muppet, a liar and a deceiver, but just stick with one lad.
Yep.
Well, I enjoy pulling a rocket launcher out and then flicking a booger at somebody. Makes a lot of sense.
That's a great analogy.
Nice.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what he just did. Yes, sir.
Know that this is not necessarily what this is about. We don't have to go back and forth in the scriptures. Obviously,
we don't have to go back and forth through the scriptures. I just thought I'd bring up the scriptures. Let's talk about the scriptures. We don't really have to talk about them, though, but it's the scriptures.
The scriptures do not support a heliocentric model in any way. Not even remotely close. Exactly the opposite. We have to claim it's all.
Where's that heliocentric model at?
All right, pause. So, Whitsit's better than this. You know where I said this is scripted? Have they got to just get so many things out? Get your points out so that nobody can say you never said it to him, yeah? Without ever actually saying it to him. He's made the last point, which has not been addressed. Why is Whitsitt actually so crap and, like, Alzheimer-y? Got a great point. When would he not jump all over a great point and just go to something else where he's not even sure of the point he's trying to make? He's kind of floating around, throwing his hands and his eyes in the air.
Yep.
What's going off?
It's almost as if Whitsitt doesn't know the significance of not having a measurement of curvature.
Or the R value. He let him go.
Yeah.
He just let him go.
Like they've got a load of lines that they have to get out, and it doesn't matter whether it proves a point or not, because this is just a rehearsal. Yeah, this is just a matter of getting these statements out loud. Listen to that as an argument from Whitsitt. That's really just not Whitsitt. Look.
No, it's not.
Allegory, blah, blah, blah. But what?
We got one of the prongs of the crown. Blah, 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 blah. Yep.
I want to know is, do you think Jesus or Yeshua, the Messiah, came to the earth?
Or Brian.
On an unbiased earth.
And he was constantly
mitigating, isn't he now? Or Yeshua, or or the 17th Buddha. What are you on about? Make your point.
And the Sadducees on their interpretations of the scriptures and telling them what the scriptures really meant. And he did not correct the Hebrew people who had misinterpreted the very beginning creation account. You don't think he ever thought to tell them?
Yeah, I remember. I remember this now. I said that was a good point to bring up for the Welda. However, it's a classic argument from silence fallacy.
Yeah. And it negates the fact that because of the Spanish Inquisition, you see, Jesus did write a letter that said, "Dear Hebrew people, you've got it wrong." Right? But because of the Spanish Inquisition, then it was destroyed. Negating Whitsitt's whole point by my just pure bit of bullshit there. He's got no argument, as you say. It's an argument by fallacy, but what would it prove? At what point was Jesus going, you know what they're going to do? They're going to turn this shit into a ball. I'm going to drop a line or two that will prove it. It's not where we use scripture to demonstrate it. It's where God's creation is described and how it isn't commensurate with a ball in the slightest. That's where you would use scripture. Not that you would move to scripture after having some muppet say, "I don't know why the R value would be pertinent."
Yep. I liked it. I do like it for the Welda, like I said. It's reasonable, however, it's fallacious, and it's really weak in the whole context of things.
You have the whole creation account backwards. None of it's literal. It's not actually how the creator made anything. And you have your whole cosmology, your very understanding of where you exist wrong.
Hold up.
So I did.
Is he saying that Pastor Will thinks God started by saying, "I'm going to chill for a day first"?
You have to ask Austin.
What the point making is, what's the indictment here? This is cockwaffle nonsense now.
The indictment I'm going to tell you, the indictment is on Will as a pastor. That wouldn't you think that Jesus would have corrected them back in the day? So I think it's reasonable. I do, even though it is fallacious. Right? But like I said, it's out of context of this discussion. He's trying to get a dig on him for his pastorism, is what he's trying to do. But it's
no.
Yeah.
No, because the level of the argument, right? Think of it back then. So if all they're doing, what is he? Is he said because there isn't this argument there, it proves that Jesus didn't need to correct them?
Yes.
Yeah. Then you can also say that because that Jesus in Scripture, it's not written anywhere that Jesus went and told certain people don't make bagels that way. That everybody made bagels the correct Jewish way. It's so retarded an argument that why would you start with that if you're going to attack the guy who purports to be a pastor? That's the weakest biblical argument I've ever heard. Like I say, it's an argument from ignorance.
I think Schmuck is going to catch him. literally, he put this hanging watermelon-sized curveball out here, and the schmuck is going to compromise him, if I remember correctly.
Before you wiggle your mouse, what's Witsit doing?
Don't know.
All the arguments he's got. What, do you get me, guys?
Yeah.
This is.
I know.
This is like Mike Tyson against that Jake Paul dude. Suddenly his left leg's gone and he can't do anything that you were seeing him doing in training before. Can't do the most basic of combos. His left leg's gone. So he'll just throw out some random straw man.
It's spinning. Hurry up.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say the problem with Austin is not that his abilities to think on the spot and be fast and all that. It's that as soon as you appeal in any way to his ego or he sees any opening for his agenda to be involved, he loses track immediately. And he goes off into either his agenda or his ego. And literally, he ends up looking bad because of that. Well, that's not the reason.
Yeah.
If he just stick to what he's good at, you know what I mean? It'd be very hard to beat him.
Yep.
It's possible that he got Jedi mind tricked when he brought up that he wasn't a professional scientist. Like, he made Witsit think that he had to go to his profession to attack it. You know, just Jedi mind trick.
Well, I think Will's going to compromise him here.
Think Hebrew cosmology was true? Did he not? Did he just let them all misinterpret the creation account? I don't even know how that makes sense. So I'm curious what your take is on that.
Sure. A couple thoughts. Number one, and again, I don't think I really want to get into this, but I don't know. I haven't made a decision as to whether.
Is there anything he wants to get into? I know what the thing he wants to get into. See, this is, again, you see, I don't want to discuss anything other than the idea that I might have in a couple of weeks about maybe going to Antarctica that I've not had yet. I don't want to discuss anything else, but I'm here to be genuine.
Oh, you're such a conspirator, man.
Iceberg!
Iceberg!
Scriptures got cosmology wrong. So, for example, I have a message on our YouTube channel where I describe the firmament is possibly the crust of the earth.
Oh my God. There it is again. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't have to do anything. You're going to do everything yourself. Just let you speak.
In Genesis 1 and not a glass dome. And I think that's a very valid take on that.
Yeah, that's a really valid take on that. Yeah. But does Mr. Magoo think so?
The second thing is we don't have a record of everything that Jesus said. We have a...
Boom.
Oh, whoa. Somebody interrupt him there.
Yeah, boom.
Crusty firmament boy.
Well, no one interrupted the crusty firmament, but Will just compromised.
There's the trouble with neutral platforms. You can just chat shit and invoke a crusty, earthy firmament. Yeah? Maybe stuff with cheese. I don't know. Yeah? And nobody bat an eyelid.
Yep, they didn't. But he just dealt Austin's argument a death blow. What he just said was, that's an argument from silence fallacy. But he doesn't know because he's a schmuck. But...
And isn't the globe Messiah Eratosthenes?
No, Erasmus. What is it? Erasmus.
Eratosthenes.
Erasmus. What?
Eratosthenes.
Erastatine.
A record of very little of what he said. And so if he did address it, it's possible it didn't even make it into the...
Boom. You're done. We're bringing that argument up. You're done.
The New Testament. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Boom. That's the end of your. That's the end of it. Yes.
You think of a guy with long dreadlocks going to the bar, ordering martinis. It's like Erastines. No, you bumperclot. Come on now.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it, man.
Oh, we don't have to talk about it now because he just smoked you. You're finished. We don't have to talk about it. We've been talking about it for a while now, of what we didn't have to talk about.
I would say that that's absolutely preposterous, and the firmament is stretched out like a tent over the earth. I also think it's crazy to suggest that the scriptures are true, but you got cosmology wrong, which is about what the creator made. But we don't have to talk about the scriptures.
Anybody watching this?
We don't have to talk about this.
You know when
anybody
Go on, Tom.
I was just going to say, anybody watching this that isn't up to date on any of the information, all they can pull from this now is that Will Duffy doesn't understand science, and Witsit is a clown that doesn't know anything about the Bible or how you take quotes or anything like that. That's all you could pull from it at this point.
It's a pretty good summary.
Up and down would seem to be the problem, or ground and sky as well for Will at this point. Hence the invocation that the firmament that separates the waters from above is somehow interpretable as the ground. You know, the guy that's got the title pastor before his name, as in I know shit about the Bible. I think that's what that title's supposed to mean. Just if you can
go ahead, use your words.
I don't want to, because it's just ridiculous. The only thing you can do is indict these people as shills or fakery. It's about like me turning up as a mechanic and going, big end gone, love, innit? It's your big end. That's what your problem is there. I thought it was a flat tyre. Nah, it's a big end. I know nothing. Yeah, what is...
Why? What is that?
I'm just confused by the... I'm almost getting T-jumped, yeah? I think that's what the T-jump is for a man. I'm pondering on why firmament's crusty and earthy, yeah? And I'm moving forwards and trying to deal with that issue. I think I've been T-jumped.
It's all good.
Well, can we just mention the one thing about whether or not the Earth is moving? Because I do think that that's important, that one model tells us that we're moving and the other model says that we are.
What model and what's the other model? Let's see those models and let's see what they're telling us first.
That was Jaren hatching the whole thing right there.
Firm and can't be moved and will never be moved. So Will, you would just think that the Bible says that we can't be moved for what reason? It's like allegory?
Pause there. That's it. That is spot on, mate, isn't it just? The thing he's going to shift to, and it's the premise he's going to shift upon.
Yeah, there's so many figures of speech in the Bible.
Is that what he asked you? That's not a figure of speech. You didn't even identify the passage. I mean, what is this? Is this like Evo Tard 25 level? I'll bet you he's an Evo Tard deep down.
Definitely.
So how do we know when we can take something as literal? For instance, he says it numerous times over and over again. It's firm. It can't be moved. It's on foundations. It's on pillars.
Smiling little scrote.
Has been a...
What? Did he start? I wasn't watching him.
Smoke. Right. How do we know we can take something as literal? Right. So he's addressing the Bible and to give it a J and watch his face. It's just that's not.
Oh, look at yep. There it is. The inappropriate smiles.
As literal. For instance, he says it numerous times over and over again. It's firm.
See, so what? Why does that invoke a smile?
It's his Jupiter's delight. That's how I always view that.
I think it may be how many times do I have to repeat a simile or metaphor before you accept it's true, is kind of what Jaren just asked him.
Firm, it can't be moved. It's on foundations. It's on pillars. It's on, has been established. So how do we know that that's just because science tells us something different than we know?
Science tells us. Does science talk to you, Goober?
Science doesn't prove shit, as Jaren well knows.
Has science ever talked to any of the panel members? Does it have a deep bass voice?
Yes. And I was like so high on shrooms, it wasn't even funny.
It was
like you say, at this point, what do you say unless you start indicting them for being shills and things, as Adam put it earlier? So what do you say to this? Is it all just are they all in on it? What's going on?
I was about to there, Nathan. That's the great. Yeah, I'm about to indict Jaron again. After spending the past 2 years prior to that statement, calling science doesn't prove shit, to hold the pastor to account, he uses the methodology of science as a possible way of getting to the truth of something. What's going off? You bullshitting duplicitous scrote.
That duplicitous scrote. That's a little catchy thing right there. I have to get on that.
Well, we obviously have to take it in context, and then yes.
Take what in context?
We also have to compare it to what we see as reality.
Oh, we do. That's called eisegesis. There's a term for that. That's not what you do with scripture, you glue sniffer. You're a schmuck.
Like for example, the Bible says that the sun sets, and really neither model believes that the sun.
Neither model believes. Now he's got model believing stuff.
Only Blancmange's set.
Actually sets, right? And so I think
no, wrong, idiot.
That's a figure of speech, and I think both of us, even though we have differences of opinion, take what we believe is true.
No, let's stick with the actual passages. It would be good if you're going down this lane, idiot Jaron, to have the passages. Shut up. To have the passages on screen, and then we go through each one. That would be probably something that you would do to compromise them. But nope. Now we're gonna get. He's just gonna fly all over the place. Go ahead.
But just on that point, so there's points in scripture where it's literal and sometimes it's not. But if you were to take, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you take the statement the sun sets, you're being literal. The issue you've got isn't whether or not the Bible's being literal and the text, which it is being. It's the description, the colloquial description of what a sunset is. But it is literally describing the sunset or disappear to infinitum or go over the edge. Whatever way, it's still at that point the Bible being literal. Or am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. That's correct. You got it. You summarized that pretty good. You on the wagon?
Drunk?
He's sober. He's definitely sober.
Yo, QE, permission to approach the bench.
Who is that? Hold on. I know that voice. That sounds damn familiar.
Nathan Thomas or whatever.
Oh, yeah, Nathan Thomas or whatever. That's right.
I'm debating Will Duffy in a few hours on modern day debate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stick with the R value, Nathan. Stick with the R value. He has no idea, by his own admission, of what significance it has. Taking through every point of it, gravity, every little bit of his paradigm, taking through it.
Yeah.
Well, he has 6 arguments for his globe religion. Do you want to hear all 6 arguments?
Oh my God!
He's trimmed them down from the 12. Go ahead.
All right, we've got 24-hour sun in the south, 24-hour moon in the south, star trails in the north, star trails in the south, the way the sun sets, and airplane flights in the south.
Oh, I thought it was just airplane flights. I was going to say.
Sorry. You can't have south on a globe. That's flat Earth direction.
I was about to say elevation angles kills all of those arguments. Just taking one elevation angle from the surface of Earth kills every single argument he's got.
And flight.
Well, all 6 are about the sky, so I don't know how he's going to prove what the floor is looking at the sky. It's like, I'm feeling I'm being pranked. Ashton Kutcher is going to knock on my RV and be like, this is MTV prank. You've been pranked.
Both of them use the word south.
Yeah.
That's a flat Earth direction.
Well,
yeah.
the second rule of Flat Club is never underestimate a glober's imagination.
Oh, this
Never
Goober, you
underestimate
can
a
wait.
globetard's ability to use flat Earth measurements or flat Earth directionality.
Can you go through those arguments again? Let's just make some points for you, even though you have your own Nathan Thomas or whatever agenda. Go
want
through.
us to?
Yeah,
you might have
yeah,
to
I'd
find out.
love
You
some
want us to do
advice.
that.
What did Nathan?
Yeah.
What did you just not the other Nathan? Our Nathan. What did you just say?
I asked him, as in Nathan Thomas or whatever, do you want us to do that? You might have a plan in mind, so us doing that might just, mess you up. So I'm asking rather than saying go through them so we can tell you what's what. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, all 6 of his arguments are about the sky. I'm just going to stick with the floor and how the horizon isn't physical geometric. We see too far. Water's a natural level. I'm going to talk about the floor. I don't know why he's talking about the sky, but yeah, let's go through them. I'll give you one.
If you do the we see too far, we might be doing a treatment on you next week.
Yeah. We see too far. Too far means, with respect to a ball that you anticipate will limit the distance. Well, no, we don't see too far. We just see.
All right, let's just go through the 6 ones real quick. We're not going to overwhelm you because we realize, if you're on point and you're being or discussing these topics, we don't want to get you too far away from your agenda. But go ahead. First point.
24-hour sun in the south.
Pause.
As you can form it with a logical syllogism, it's why does the sun, the elevation angle of the sun, stay above the horizontal plane of reference for 24 hours? Why is that a problem for flat Earth?
I smell a model here in all of his stuff. If my model's correct, then you have to, yeah? So 24-hour sun, I don't know. So I'd hold him to 2 things. So what are you asking me? Provide a model of a flat Earth that could provide you with a 24-hour sun, or at least tell me why it's significant. Yeah? It's just model invoking. All of these questions designed to argue within models. Don't let you get anywhere near it if they're his points.
Oh, Nathan, if he says the term model, hold him to it. Have him show you that. If he tries to get away, no. You said you have a model. Show me. Let's see it on screen. Show me. Follow?
Yeah, because a model would be a physical representation. What is he going to do? Put some water on a spinning ball?
No, not a scientific model. It wouldn't. It would be.
No, Nathan's correct. Right, if he's going to show him the model where he's got a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, that same model has to have water sticking to the outside of the ball, because that's what that model does, isn't it?
All right. I'm not going to get anywhere with this because we got glue sniffers on the panel. I would stick with the first one. The first one I would stick with the sun. That's an affirming the consequent formological fallacy. If you want to stick with that, if you don't, then okay. But I would still roll with the elevation angle. Okay, number 2.
Well, same argument, but the moon in the south in Antarctica.
Same arguments. Number 3.
Affirming the consequent.
No. Invoke Ra and K2. Just mess with his head.
The third argument is sunrise, sunset direction.
What?
The sunrise and sunset are only rhetorical devices to describe the elevation angle of the sun as it increases or decreases with respect to a horizontal plane.
Oh, that I would stick with that. See, that's another elevation angle thing. But okay, 4.
4. Let me check the text, guys. One sec. South Pole. Just South Pole. That's all. That's
just South. It just says South Pole.
That's a device that needs a flat plane of reference. To describe a south, you need a flat plane. To describe a pole or an axis requires a flat plane. Irritating when they use our stuff.
Anyone else want
don't they have
clarify
7 south? If you Google it, they have like 7 south poles.
That's
ceremonial, a geographic, a geomagnetic, a celestial south pole. It's just like it's a South Pole party, dude. All right, so we got South Celestial Pole. Now we got South Celestial Pole is number 5.
So that's Sigma Sautans, right? Yeah.
Or close to.
What about it?
I know. What about it? I mean,
I tell you what I'd do with that. I would say, how has that ever been used in regards to celestial navigation?
No, I wouldn't take it to that. Why does 90 degrees to the surface of Earth at the southern celestial pole help you if you believe it's a sphere?
Well, that's what I was getting you there too, wasn't I? Slow down. You're gonna have
Isn't 5 kind of a red herring, guys? Why are we talking about a south celestial pole? Can we get any farther away from the ground? Isn't this a ground debate, a flat Earth debate?
Sure.
Hello, stop liver over here. So, how has that ever been used in terms of celestial navigation? Brilliant. Now we can use it. It is a point of reference for what? Flat Earth elevation angle for you to locate yourself. Perfect. See? Easy.
6 would be southern flights.
Oh, flight.
We can all fly south.
We can all fly south for the winter. Are you familiar with the new hotness?
Of the what?
Our new hotness.
The pitch data.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the pitch data. The pitch data is good. I think it needs to be combined with the gyroscope and how it keeps its rigidity in space, because that's how they're getting the pitch data. But it shows straight and level flight the entire time. And I would add the FAA trains pilots on flat, non-rotating Earth simulators that negate the gravity vector.
Yeah, that sounds like a Nathan agenda. The Nathan agenda's overwhelming you. Do you need a couple slides with the pitch data?
Yeah.
I got the pitch data.
No, you don't have the new hotness. Where are you in BALLBUSTERS chat?
Yeah, I'm in BALLBUSTERS chat. Yeah.
All right, so you got the pitch data. I'm gonna give it to you anyway again. All right.
Yeah, I'll take it all.
Hold up. This is hot out of chapter 14. Are you just gonna throw this out there? Pull him up. Give it him. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
I will say, though, before you give him all that information, that the latitude and longitude lines that he's going to use to describe these journeys will be with respect to a flat plane.
Every bit of that pitch data that he's about to see is measured with respect to a flat plane. Part of it actually measures the plane as flat, which is the extra kick in the nuts.
Hey, Nathan, you can use both of those. The next one is, you'll get it. There's no explaining needed. You'll like those two.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't want to overwhelm you, though, because we understand. Got it?
Also, I think I need to keep it level 1 for like the redneck flat earthers, the redneck globe heads, so they can get it too,
Do we have any of those rednecks here?
Wait a second.
You gotta remember half the people on Earth have below average intelligence. So,
I'm a redneck. Does that mean that I have low intelligence?
Shut up,
Yes, that's what they're laughing about. They're laughing about us rednecks.
Nathan, whatever your name is, and when he gives you that ugly smirk smile, just tell him to stop. Tell him to get that look off his face. I can't stand that smirk.
Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. Nathan.
Yeah, I gotta be cordial.
Yeah.
It's gotta be wholesome, guys, I got to do my best to represent.
We got you.
I want to end it on good terms with him. I don't want to leave the debate calling him a snake and asking him to show his tongue to see if it has a fork in it.
That's why.
And if you want to be sarcastic, ask him this, which is what QE's presented you, which is the pitch data, and ask him in all sincerity why, when Brian contacted you before all of this stuff went off and all of this expense and said this would solve your question, even though you thought seeing the 24-hour sun would solve your question, why didn't you engage with this in any positive way? Is it because it would destroy what you've admitted, what we've listened to tonight, what you believe in? Yeah. And therefore, and you already knew there was a 24-hour sun, which is what you've admitted. Yeah? You don't need to be discordious, but they're the facts that we've been outlaying tonight. This guy's been on this trip a while, and we, when we engaged with him, suggested this, which wasn't available before then, but it is now. put it to him and show him. When all of him and his bally mates and the turncoats got on that plane, their plane would show exactly the same data, that no presupposed Earth curvature was dealt with. In fact, the way in which we know aeroplanes fly, is demonstrated here, and by the very definition of straight and level flight, and by the graphs in front of us, we can say for sure and without a doubt the Earth is measured and aviated flat. That graph will kill him, mate. The thing you didn't want to do.
Yeah. And if you really want to get the rednecks, as you call them, the dummies of the world in a hizzy, just point out to them that all of his claims will require Earth to be flat to make them.
Yep. Cool, Nathan. Yeah, like I said, we're not going to overwhelm you. This is just surface stuff. You can get this stuff. You know the flight thing and things like that. You should be good.
Yeah, we've been doing that on TikTok for a while with the pitch data, and I appreciate you guys too. I love everything you guys are doing. And how do you guys feel about Joe Hanvey and his model?
Is that a scientific model?
Well, it's a physical representation of specific phenomena in nature.
So that's no.
So what would make it a scientific model in your opinion, QE?
Not my opinion, is what the scientific model is. It's hypotheses confirmed by experiment, and there's none in that.
I just want to say there's no superfluids in nature.
There's no what?
Right on.
Within what he presented, within what he's presented, your man Joe Hanvey, part of what he's presenting involves what's known as a superfluid. There's no superfluids in nature.
Yeah, we had a review of that video. You might want to go back on that and go through each step. We took it apart. Nathan Oakley, did you have something to add to that?
Before Nathan doesn't respond, and Nathan Thomas or whatever has to go. Good luck, dude. Genuinely. Where are you on? And what is it? Modern Day Debate? Did I hear of?
Yeah, it's in Modern Day Debate. Also, I want you guys to know I got an RV now. Someone gave me an RV. I'm going from state to state doing meetups and interviews with people. So if I'm swinging through your area, please hit me up, guys. I not only could use a host for the RV, just somewhere to park it, but also I'd love to interview some of you guys, especially you, QE. If we can meet up, let me know. I'm currently in South Carolina, but I'm heading west, and we'll probably be in Texas for a month. There's 1 million flat earthers in Texas.
Are you hitting 40?
Am I hitting what? Yeah, the 40. Yeah, I'll be on the 40 a lot of the time. Yeah.
All right. If you're having to take a break at 81, I'm just 50 miles up the road from that on 81.
Please, guys, email me a phone number and a location where you're at, and that would really help me out. flatearthflyers@gmail.com. flatearthflyers@gmail. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you after the debate. Hopefully, you guys can critique me and tell me everything I did wrong.
All right,
Good luck, dude.
Yep. Much love, guys. Peace out.
Yep.
Don't respond to Refracted. He's just after free childcare.
T-Dub, I didn't want to overwhelm him with this graph about the rotation. I didn't want to do that. He might not be up to speed. I don't want to overwhelm him right before that. I got your point, though. Right? Only professionals can do that, T-Dub. Okay? He's not quite there yet. All right, we good?
Who was that addressed to?
T-Dub. He texted me in chat. Ballbuster chat. I've been releasing. I've been releasing that Kraken in politics. That's why he said that. Go ahead, Nathan. I asked you if you wanted Nathan Oakley. I asked you if you wanted to add anything, and it was quiet. Nothing. Now you want to add something?
I came back. What's up, Nate?
Happened to me, actually. Well, I was going to just say a proper plug for Nathan Thompson, because the audience might not actually know his proper name, because we keep calling him Nathan Thomas or whatever, which isn't his name. It's Nathan Thompson. Is there anything you wanted to plug in regards to your general YouTube channel or Facebook page or anything, Nathan? Feel free.
Yeah, we just put something up today. It's bonafidetruth.com/Nathan, and you can find all my links, my X, my TikTok, my YouTube, my Facebook, my email, my Patreon's all on there. bonafidetruth.com/Nathan.
Can you put it in here? Can you just put it in Ballbusters and we'll get somebody to post it in chat?
Easy. I can do that for sure. And there was something else on the tip of my tongue.
You're still here, Nathan. You're good people as well, like many others that we're interacting with and critiquing. And ideally, we want you armed with the best possible arguments. As soon as you said "see too far," my heart sank. Hopefully, you'll come by. We can have a little chat more in future, not so we can prep you for debates, but just so you're up to date with the best possible arguments.
Excellent. Thanks. Yeah, I'll do that. And maybe you guys can critique this debate as well.
We will. It's just we're typically... It's easier if you're just around us while we're ribbing you while you're in person, whereas if it's us critiquing something that you do, which we're going through with Jaron and Whitsitt and Duffy now, inevitably, Nathan, we will be critiquing you.
I'll be here for it.
There's no...
Yeah, for that. I'm just saying it'd be nice if you hung around. Good people, it'd be nice if you were hanging around us so you pick up on some of these arguments.
Guys, I did an infrared observation from over here at Caesar's Head State Park in South Carolina. It's like 3,000 foot elevation. I zoomed in on this tower, and the video got like 400,000 views in 3 days on Facebook, but just insanely far. I don't even know what tower it is. I need people in South Carolina to get their eyes on this video, please, and let me know what tower this is, because I can't figure it out. But we've got almost 500,000 views this week.
Why'd you use infrared?
Well, because you can see more with infrared than you can with visible light.
Why?
Oh, you dirty!
He's down there. I know, Adam. You dirty.
Don't bite to him, Nathan.
There's less attenuation through the Atmos with infrared light than there is with visible light. Attenuation would be the absorption or reflection of electromagnetic energy.
Oh, light's not electric nor magnetic.
Hey, I said don't bite.
I'm talking to the redneck Globers.
Hey, don't worry about that, Nathan. Just go on to your debate. Just stop by every now and again. Not just with like Nathan Oakley was saying. Not just when we're reviewing your stuff. Stop by and we'll just shoot the breeze, man. We'll arm you. We'll make sure your quiver is full, sir.
Love it. All right, you guys have a good day. Thanks for everything.
Yep. You too, sir.
Dude.
All right, peace out.
Adam's in the background saying, "You dirty bastard."
I was calling you. Yeah. I'm not going there. What I will say is, look at it. Look at what just happened there. He's going off to meet this guy. The synergy with Brian and the stories we've told tonight is great. What are we trying to arm him with? The pitch data, yeah. And we're saying we're not going to overload you. You need to come by. You need to come to a QE Live and get tooled up on this stuff. Chapter 14 of All Roads Lead to a Flat Earth by Nathan Oakley. Yeah. You need to come and get tooled
by Nathan Oakley.
I think it's brilliant, to be honest with you, because this book is going to prove the point. You can have it by you. And just like the other day when P&S waves came up, and you can just thumb to it, and it absolutely destroys them. And this takes well apart.
Can somebody? I got you off mute, Elijah. Mic discipline. Okay?
Thank you. Oh, good. I tried it earlier, Eli, and you were still, I don't know, chatting in a supermarket. So I had to mute you again.
Can Flatsy, anyone else? Can somebody grab that Nathan's website or his contact information and post it in the text chat on YouTube, please?
I already did.
Appreciate it.
Oh, let me get the website. Hold on.
Okay.
Can we watch him live? Critique him live?
He said 2 hours, Adam.
Oh, I thought he said, well, why is he in a rush to disappear? I thought he said half an hour at the start.
Well,
2 hours.
he's got something to do, like me. He has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
get
like
something
you,
to eat.
eat bloody cantaloupe or something.
Exactly. How did you know I was eating that?
That was just today's guess. I didn't want to go pineapple. I thought it was too obvious.
Yep, it was cantaloupe. I finished it off. But another one's on the way. All right. Good? Everyone good? We're not staying. Adam, to be wiping the floor up with you in 2 hours.
Yeah, that will be late.
All right. Do we want to continue here? We're still going. We're still good. No one's home here, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm all by me onesie here with the cat. I already fed him. Fed myself. I'm good. Shout out to Indio, another 5-hour stream.
True, and realize that is what that was meant, because that's what they observed.
Sure, and actual Hebrew says comes in and out.
So, actually, they observed. They didn't write the Bible. God wrote it through them, not they. Idiot.
When you actually go to the original language, it describes the earth going in and out away from us. But yeah.
But yeah, we didn't remember. We didn't want to talk about that. We've been talking about something that we didn't want to talk about for the past 5 minutes. Remember that?
It's all good, man. I mean, the scriptures for sure describe.
For sure, we're still in the scriptures, but you didn't want to talk about that.
A geocentric stationary topographical plane, firmament that's solid over top of it, holding the heaven.
No, it's a crusty firmament.
The waters are back. The gates opened.
With cheese.
Flooded, it was
with
closed.
cheese.
With cheese. Yeah. That's a royale with cheese.
It was the firmament.
And realize that is.
Oh, YouTube screw. Oh, guys.
What the?
Here because,
I'm not going through that again.
Yeah. YouTube, just periodically, right? Let me send you back 10, 15 seconds on the video.
21:44.
21:44.
Yeah, based on what I just saw at YouTube, 21:44.
Yeah, I saw it at 21:41, but either way.
Oh, 22:07.
We're 20. Now I got it. 21:47. Here we go. Shut up.
The waters, right? And then we were shown a rainbow as a promise that he's not going to flood us again, because it's literally showing us that the firmament's still intact. It is for sure a specific cosmology. I guess one could say maybe they got cosmology wrong. And I'm not gonna keep going because
he's not gonna keep going. He's not gonna be talking about scriptures. You know, you weren't gonna talk about that, both of you.
I would like to talk to you about it, maybe off the air, because but I'm just saying.
But he's just saying about the scriptures. He's just saying.
Makes absolutely no sense. It's preposterous. I don't think that twisting the scriptures is anything to mess with. And if you say they got cosmology wrong, you're saying that the Messiah came and also got it wrong. And I don't know how you may be.
God.
Oh, God.
We're not talking about this, though.
Why are we indicting Jesus here?
Boy. Go ahead. I got a message. I got a text, so. Publishers Clearinghouse. I may have got one. I'm just kidding.
I'll tell you what.
Superchat.
I'll tell you what.
Super Publishers Clearinghouse.
Tony Whitcomb sent all flat earthers should be rephrased as Duke Nukem.
What?
I guess. I don't know, dude. He did an ellipses.
You can't do ellipses with rednecks, Tony.
That's a good one.
Thanks, Tony. I'll check.
I'm gonna look.
Go ahead. Looks like you guys want to talk. I got a bread delivery, so you got a couple minutes. Go.
Excuse me. Hold on. I just had a question.
I was just gonna say something about the redneck thing, because mess with my heritage, but not feel bad.
I'm not picking up on any of these redneck references, if there are any. I don't really understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, there ain't really nothing to it. But I was going to say, just to go back real quick to the analogy about pulling out the rocket launcher and then start flicking boogers at each other. Like that's what this whole thing could be summed up to. Witsit was on point. He was ready to just annihilate him and shut the entire conversation down. But then he just lets it roll on like he wants to argue with him about stuff.
I want to agree that we don't really know anything about. So what we've seen is Pastor Will Duffy say, well, I really want to know the truth. I want to get to the bottom of truth. The way I'm going to do it is by not knowing anything about science and suggesting that the old value is probably not really relevant. And what Witsit retorts with is, yes, I agree. I'd like to talk about the Bible, but I don't really know anything about that, and I'd like to chat with you about it off air. Sorry, yeah? Now, can we go forward and maybe have a cup of tea and a slice of quiche together and share in good times instead of engaging in a debate? Okay.
Well, I'm just still waiting on the valid point of contention they're even having this debate on. You know what I mean? Like, how do you have a debate?
A debate.
About that?
Look at the title. Debatism overlaid a conversation. Over to you, Bugger.
Super redneck.
Guess he's still dealing with his bread delivery.
Don't you? I just got back. Yeah, I just got back from the bread delivery. What's the problem with that?
Well, Booger shouted out a super chat.
Super bread delivery.
Stephen Davies sent shout out to Ballbusters panel and Booger. Thumbs up.
Thanks a lot, Stephen. Appreciate it, man. All right, you guys all talked out?
No.
No.
No, I was about to say.
In my desperate attempt to fill.
Oh, no. I didn't know you could get bread from Publishers Clearinghouse.
That's you're combining two disparate stories.
Yeah, I know. I thought I would pull your chain for a second.
Real quick, I wanted to say, Flatsy. It's Flatsy, right? Flatsy? Is that Flatsy doing the super chats, right?
It's Booger, but yes, Flatsy.
Okay. So you're Kim Hopkins, right?
I am,
boy.
yes.
Musician and songstress, right? Okay, because I was making sure I was subscribing to the right one. You got like maybe 7 videos. You wear glasses sometimes. Got a guitar.
Yeah, she blind redneck.
Okay, good. I'm gonna subscribe
I'm a
to you.
blind redneck.
You got fellow musicians on the panel. You know what I'm saying? You got Chocolate, you got Eli, you got me. Neil tries to dibble and dabble, but he needs to stay away from that. But and I heard you sing sometimes. So
hey, what are we, chopped liver down here?
He backslided on me.
What the hell? Have you never heard you sing Bad Moon Shadow? Me with a little bit of The Cure? What the hell?
Yeah. It's disrespectful.
Oh yeah, Adam's in the music too. He's a great producer, songwriter, AI producer. Yeah.
Oh boy, he's trying to suck up now.
No. I forgot. Adam's an artist too in all aspects. Design, graphic design, everything. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the basic. Sing a song, play a guitar, play a piano. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, hit a note, that kind of basic shit. Yeah, okay, I can't do that, admittedly.
Too funny, man. Ancient Traveler. Not you, Elijah. Ancient Traveler. I know you, don't I? I see you up there. I think I know him.
That's your doctor friend.
That's right. Welcome to the show, sir. Yep. Remember I was telling you about the MD that I thought was sharp, Adam? Remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, there he is. Shut up, Adam. Shut up, Adam.
Hey, guys.
Ancient Traveler, welcome.
Thank you.
He's a sharp cookie, Adam. You better be on your best.
Yeah. I'm not a doctor, but I'll have a bloody good look. So.
Yes, exactly. He's not, and I'm not either, but I did stay in a Holiday Inn Express last night.
You beat me to it by literally 2 seconds.
Yeah, I knew I would. Well, welcome, Ancient Traveler. Yep. Where are we headed now, Adam? You got me off my game. That and the bread order.
I'll bring you back because, like I said, in my desperate attempt to fill, we were discussing about this being a debate, and then I noticed what Darren had bothered to do. And again, an anomaly, isn't it? In terms of any, like, Titanic conspiratorial idea. But look, guys, this isn't a debate, is it?
No.
Conversation. It's a cup of tea with your auntie.
According to you, this is conspiratard nonsense. This is
I'm saying
this is contrived. Don't overtalk me. According to you, you're a conspiratard. This was all set up previously to grease the skids for TFE. That's what I got from you earlier. Don't you deny it?
Totally. The more I watch it, the more I think that's what it is. And then when you notice little things like what Bugger's about shouting and saying, but a conversation. Over to you, Bugger, and then come back to this.
Here. Superchat.
Super bread order.
I was going to say, imagine if Adam was your bread delivery person. You wouldn't even be back by now.
No, I wouldn't have. We'd be talking about the Caribbean by now or something.
From Nitro.
The best goddamn bread you ever ate.
Okay, so from Nitro Michael, but like spelled weird or... Anyways. Hey, QE. Hello, everyone on the panel and chat. Just got home after 14-hour shift to find you live. Thanks for the treat.
Yeah, you're
Winky
welcome.
face.
14-hour shift. Damn, that's dedication. That 14 hours, that hurts me.
Not the one up, but I just finished the 30.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in, 30-hour shift, dude. Yep. You doctors, yeah. Well, shout out to you, man. It's
why they make so many mistakes.
To show off or anything, I just did a 46-hour shift.
Yeah, right. You just got punked, Ancient Traveler. Adam said, I don't know if you heard him, that's why you guys make so many mistakes.
Pharmacists take a break. Keep their heads clear. Bloody doctor.
You haven't even been properly introduced and you're taking the piss out of them already, Adam.
I'm not. That's called a welcome.
That is not. You haven't. I thought you guys from England went to like finishing school or something.
Well, then exactly. The etiquette failure is upon you, sir, for not introducing us formally and correctly. Go ahead.
Super chat.
Super etiquette.
From Kiefer Green sent QE Saturday. Tanks brethren. Oh, okay, like Tanks brethren.
Tanks brethren. Yeah, that's right. He's not a bumper glass.
Come on, Flatsy. You got to try the accent.
I did. I said
Tanks
it correctly, but just not with the right inflections. Just give me a break.
Bloody redneck.
Could have sworn she said brethren.
She did say brethren. Yeah, she did.
and I think you just got the British welcome. That's what you got.
He said tanks. He said tanks, brethren.
Thanks, brethren. You're not a bumper cat. Yep, appreciate it, again. Thank you. All right, we ready to move on with this or what? Or something? I'm sure Brian had something to say.
Oh, you've still got your etiquette failure. So go ahead and introduce us to gentlemen, please.
Yeah, Ancient Traveler. Like I said, I noticed him when I went back into Discord. I don't know how long he's been here. However, I ran into Ancient Traveler, I think it was a week and a half ago, somewhere in that vicinity, and we got to talking, and I knew he was sharp right off the bat. And I delved into it. He kind of said something that led to this medical doctor stuff, and I kind of jumped all over it, and I said, yeah, I got you. Right? So he's a good guy.
Elijah.
Shut up. Elijah, you better put that mute on that mic.
He is muted. I was going to say something that Elijah thinks he's a fake flat earther.
He's not. Ancient traveler, he's a flat earther. He's prime time, man, and sharp as a tack. So you guys better watch your P's and Q's. I'm just telling you.
And it's thanks to you guys. You know, I've been listening to you guys since 2021, and I've been sharpening my tools with you guys, and just being here right now, I actually feel like kind of starstruck, like I'm surrounded by celebrities.
Oh, that's gonna get you everywhere. I'm gonna tell you that shit now.
A little flattery will get you everywhere. So keep going, but before you do, welcome, and I look forward to it. QE's rare you get QE speak highly of anyone, so a lot of pressure on you, son.
Yeah, also a lot of suspicion.
Also a lot of suspicion.
Potential shill.
You potential shill. You bumper clat, Adam. Some bitch you. He's snickering in the background, jerks. Yeah.
Do we ask what kind of doctor? Or is that rude?
He's a family practice doc.
What we'd call a GP, right, Adam?
Assumption, yeah. General practice.
You can ask him. You know, you can speak to him if you want.
Like Dr. Meredith Grey.
Why would I not believe that he's a flat earther?
Shut the hell up, Elijah. Damn, Flatsy was only friggin' goosing you. Go on, Adam, ask him, or Nathan, ask him.
Nathan
I already got the answer, but okay. What we'd call a GP. Cool.
Okay. Good.
Yes, exactly. I was actually thinking about advertising flat Earth doctor so I can get it in the niche market. Everyone wants a flat Earth doctor, right?
Don't do that, dude. Don't do that.
All you've got to do is, even with your baller customers, point out to them that when you measure their height, that's a flat Earth measurement.
Yep.
Yep. And when you discuss the vestibular apparatus in the human ear,
I do have a family doctor, or whatever you call it, question though, only because of something that Adam mentioned to me the other day. Do you prescribe things in the States off-label?
Something.
It's common there too, reasonably common for you to just happily admit to doing that then. Okay.
I mean, there's some things that you can prescribe off-label, like, you know, it's meant for, it's an antidepressant, but you can use it for, like, appetite stimulants or something.
You don't need to justify it. No, that's not fair. Okay, so I'm a pharmacist, so I can only prescribe on label as you're describing it. But as a doctor, you, with your own, they're given more autonomy, and their opinions apparently more valid and informed than mine, but they are able, under their own insurance, to prescribe off-label. That's how things happen and progression occurs. But that's on the individual practitioner. But that's not an indictment. That's, in many cases, you know, why not try ivermectin for COVID? Well, that's off-label. Wow.
I'm just writing this down. Doctor's opinion more valid, says Adam. Got it.
No, that's not what I said. I just said sarcastically, the corrupt world we live in places more on that, so that for some reason, even though respectfully GPs aren't as well informed in terms of the effects of drugs, hence the different spheres of knowledge, they're able to go outside of license. That's recognition of their profession and why they need to go off license, I would suggest.
Yeah, and when he said, when they saying GP out there, that's general practitioner, and I would say that a general practitioner or a family practice doc needs to know more than the highly specialized ones. So I have the utmost respect for family practice docs.
And I love pharmacists, actually. When I'm on inpatient, taking care of hospitalized patients, because we do that as well, I consult the pharmacist more than any specialist.
Huh. Look at that. Shout out to Adam.
Yeah, this is turning into a love-in.
Yes, it is.
It's slightly moist.
But I don't think pharmacists here can prescribe.
We missed. I rumpushed you, Ancient Traveler. I rumpushed you on that one. Start over.
Oh, I was just saying, in the United States, I don't think a pharmacist can prescribe. In the UK, you can prescribe as a pharmacist?
Yeah, so there's different states. So you've got prescribing pharmacists, so you can interfere in any GP's kind of stuff within that sphere of stuff. But then we're also sort of the more community-based, so not hospital-based or within a practice, but within, you know, your standard Walmart or your standard community setting. We're now doing prescribing. Again, it's within license and within a protocol, but it's still actual prescribing based on prescription-only medicine administration, based on based on a diagnosis. So it's these levels that they're stepping us up to. It's only because it's the same thing. General practice does, as QE alluded to, it means if you've actually been there and done it for so long, there's a level of knowledge of the repetition. It's kind of empowering you through practical base, which is why I said why Meredith Gray's the best, because if you do general practice, you don't. It's a bit like a PhD, isn't it, QE? Yeah, PhDs are brilliant in one area, ears, or like a dentist, fantastic with teeth.
Are you an anti-dentite?
Useless.
Are you an anti-dentite, Adam?
No, I just think they're lazy medics.
Yes, so PhDs are more specialized, but he's like a master's, a high-level master's degree holder. Yep. It's my contention that they're sharper. It's been my experience that they're sharper. Yep.
It's the problem in the UK. General practice is the least paid, but it is the one that requires the most discipline.
Yep.
It's the broadest field. You've got to know everything. It's like being a vet. You've not got to just know about humans. You've got to know all the animals.
Yeah.
General practice is that sort of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
You've got to know all the conditions.
Yeah. Yep.
The same thing here in the U.S.
All right, we done with the love-in? You need any more information from Ancient Traveler? Are you a time traveler also?
Yes.
I figured as much.
Good question, then. Do you know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat, sir?
Well, it could be a really big ball.
Oh, God damn it! Chill!
Weiss fan. It's a Dave Weiss fan.
Move on.
Let's move on.
Oh, and Nathan, I just wanted to thank you for letting me use your lawnmower.
Outrageous.
What's your lawnmower?
So that's not an in-joke, which is very bad form, but you're a guest, so that's fine. For the audience's benefit, the reference to using my lawnmower is a reference to, metaphorically, your next-door neighbour sneaking into your garage while you're out, getting on your ride-on lawnmower and mowing their lawn. You come home and catch them, and they start screaming at you that you're a retard. You don't know what lawnmowers are. There is no lawnmower. Now, that's being compared and contrasted with somebody coming in and saying, well, I just measure this little local area of a flat Earth because it's a really big ball. Like, don't use my stuff. Don't use a flat Earth measurement to infer your stupid ball belief. That's really irritating. It's you using my lawnmower and saying that I haven't got a lawnmower.
Gotcha. Nicely done. All right. Is he part of the group? Can we christen him part of the group now? Or what?
Maybe. We'll just keep a close eye on him.
Like I said, Ancient Traveler, you're always welcome.
Always welcome. My God, the amount of people that went through automatic probation.
No, he doesn't get probation. Yeah. Listen, he's passed my gut test, so he's good to go.
I tell you what, I never heard QE vouch for anybody before. This is weird.
First.
Yep.
Very suspicious.
It's not suspicious. I told you my gut. Remember when I called out Ranty while you were all loving him, and I said he should be hung by a fucking yard arm?
No, I called him out immediately. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, like I said,
I'd actually put a GPS on him 2 weeks before you called him out.
I sent some guys round after him with the number plate Globe 1. I don't know if they ever caught up to him.
Again, welcome, Ancient Traveler. Anytime, anywhere, you are always welcome here.
Come true. Thank you.
There might be a promotion coming up shortly also. Just keep that in mind. I didn't let on with anyone, but yeah, I was thinking about it, just to let you know. So we can move on from that. Do we want to get back to this video or what? You done with the love-in?
No, I love it now. It started like mine. Now it feels like I've just been dumped and I found out you got a new girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm not dumping you guys, right? You're still good.
Feels like it.
As far as you know.
Falling in love quickly again, huh? Like Zetetic Warrior.
No, that's completely different. And we don't want to hear anything out of you, Neil. You didn't even know Casperitis.
And Neil, don't bring up his past lovers.
Not you, Neil. It's him. It's changed.
It's not you, Neil. It's him.
You know, I would think after the whole Dale fiasco, you'd be a little bit gun shy on your gut.
No, that's not a gut thing. You guys are reading this wrong. Do I got to explain every nuance?
I'm just messing with you. No. I'm just messing with you. It's nice to meet you.
It's out of you.
The fact is, if Ancient Traveler turns out to be an Umi, I'm calling chill on Quantum Eraser. It's just no two ways.
That's a good one.
That's not going to happen. All right, cool. We ready to go? On with the video. Not go, but on with the video. I'm shocked you guys didn't even ask me what bread I had, because I have it special delivered. But you guys didn't bite on that. There was too much action going. So we can move on.
We've had grocery delivery services in the UK for quite some time. It didn't hold any fascination. But as you are intrigued by such a service, what kind of bread did you get, QE? The only bread they delivered.
It's called Pain Pisano. Old crusty bread, man. It's one of my favorites. Ran into it in Texas back in the day. So now I get it special delivered from Chicago.
Really? Is that a long way?
You said Robert Pisano?
Not Robert Pisano, but Pain Pisano.
Right, but so Robert Pisano's last name means old crusty bread?
No, his name is Pisano when it is Pain with a P. How about them plosives, Nathan? Pain Pisano with another P. That's right. That's how I roll. All right, we ready to go? I can't remember what we're talking about. Oh, they're talking about scripture that they weren't going to talk about.
Like Jesus is God, or I don't know, but that just seems wild to me. So, but okay, let's go. Let's just go to the conversation about the earth. I don't want to.
Well, let me ask one other question.
Let's just stick with one other question about scripture. The thing we weren't going to talk about.
So bad. That's a losing battle. You know, like it's a losing battle.
Still not talking about it
for you.
So the other question I have for him, though, is in regards to you saying that there's certain things that will always answer it's fake. And you say that that's not a sufficient answer to answer it's fake. So my question to you is evolution true?
Oh, shit.
I do not hold to evolution.
What is evolution? But you don't hold to it. You have to be able to define that monkey before you can say, I don't hold to it or I deny it. At least know what it is. What the hell is it?
Evolution.
So what do you have to say about the people who teach evolution in school? Are they lying?
No, they're morons.
They might be convinced that it's the best the best answer for what
the best answer. What's the question?
the evidence is.
Evidence? There is no evidence. That monkey doesn't exist at all. Zero. Scientific theory of evolution. I've been asking since what? 2008. I've yet to get it.
It could be that they are looking for something to hold on to other than a creative God. There's a lot of reasons.
A creative God? What? Isn't the creative God the creator? What the hell? What was that definition of pastor you said before, Adam?
I have no idea of my past ramblings.
Pastor, I barely know her.
Pastor, I barely know her. Nice one. Yeah, it was something like that.
Good answer.
Great answer.
Okay.
All right, well, let's just get into it, man. So, like,
are we out of scripture yet? That thing we weren't going to talk about?
I'm pretty chill, man. I'm pretty chill.
He's chill, Will. All right, he's pretty chill. All right, brah.
Yeah, how chill you are.
Falsify the radius value. You don't want to talk about that. It's okay. What? I got a screenshot of your list here.
Why would you let him away? You can't let him off with that.
Okay, I can reshare it at any point if you need.
Debatism. It's a conversation. You see, look, you got to change your graphics so you know what's going off. We're not here to debate shit. We're just introducing a guy to the arena to make sure you're all familiar with him. Now, the last thing we'd want to do is use Witsit's sharp wit and the ability to actually have and destroy a baller. So we can't do that, which is what we're saying. Can't even go into scripture, which is why I don't want to go there. Don't want to go there. Don't want to go to a point that actually mean you're negated, because we're introducing a new character, aren't we?
Yep.
This is the captain of the Titanic, Mr. Pastor Will Duffy.
You are full on conspirator, dude. Full on.
It's hard not to agree with him, though, isn't it? Because at this point, you go, it does seem like exactly how Adam's just described it. This isn't an opportunity to take apart any rhetoric. He'll talk about the stuff that they'll mention in passing, enough for every audience member to understand what it's babbling about when it comes to the religious subject that they're not covering, of just covered in quite depth. Right, but now they can move on. Happy, nobody's objecting. What's his name? Duffy's getting to read out his nonsense script, and it's just as though he's being introduced to the community. I disagree with anything that Adam just said. Go.
No, I didn't. I said he was a conspirator. I never said whether I thought he was right or wrong.
Just ignore me. I'm a drunk.
No, I don't think you're speaking a lot of sense, actually, Adam. It's hard not. I was thinking the exact same thing as you were saying it.
What? That he's drunk? You were thinking the exact same thing, that Adam was a drunk?
No, that this seems like an introduction in a very nice, tepid way, and it's being offered in a tepid way by Jaren. Now, there's certain key moments, like a moment ago, I can't remember the point because it was a religious point and I wasn't necessarily that focused on it, but it seemed like there was a big moment that Jaren and Duffy were having. I can't remember what it was, because it didn't seem to result in any devastating conclusion. Sure. There was it was about evolution. Like, oh, this will be devastating. It pitters to nothing, but it's giving it an air of there being something happening, and nothing's happening other than Duffy being introduced. It just stinks. So, I don't know. Adam might profess to just be rambling as a drunk, but he's speaking my thoughts as I'm thinking and going, man, this is really weird. It's like they're introducing Duffy, and then Adam says, akin to them basically being shills and all in on it together. I'll just say it, even though he hasn't. That's how it seems. I can't think any other way about it.
All right, that's fair. That's a fair point. You're a conspirator too, but we can move on from that. I just wanted, before we move on, there was another issue, and you just brought it up. Now, you said air, but you said ah. There's another one too, hour. You say ah. What's up with that, man?
Because I'm from a place called Birmingham.
Fair enough. We can move on.
You want to? I know you're big on Southern Hemisphere flights. Happy to talk about them. Let's start off with satellites are real.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, cool. So do you want to say anything, or you want me to just dive in?
Well, I want to ask a question. A lot of flat earthers, they do typically say
he meat hooked us. In case you didn't see it.
Why is he doing this? Witsit is now. Hold on, sorry. Pause a second.
Yep.
Yes.
He's lining this up on behalf of Duffy with the stereotype. He's giving Duffy the stereotype in his behalf. It's right after that little discussion about how it all seems a bit contrived. And now he's offering the stereotype on Duffy's behalf.
That they're up there the way you guys claim. There are a bunch of Satelloons that weren't fully declassified for a long time. Fact. Number one purchaser of helium in the world is NASA. Fact. I know all the apologist arguments from the other side, but I want to know if there are satellites up there, why can't that happen on a flat?
Sure.
Now he's offering the full dichotomy and begging the. Hold on, sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you're fine.
Queuing up. Witsit is queuing up or setting the table for. I can't think of a.
Grayson the skids.
Greasing the skids. The false dichotomy. Based on the stereotype flat earther that he's just described, he's laying it out for him. Again, it reiterates Adam's point, drunken or otherwise. It just seems like they're all in on one big charade.
All right, fair enough.
It's again. I'm not drunk in this. I'm not allowed
I know you're
to drink during this show anymore. So, well, only a little bit, which I'm going to go and get. So I have to go down.
It's like they want to talk about anything except for elevation angles and gas pressure without a container.
Yeah.
We've addressed a question here that's the decent old school flat earther give Austin this status. So what he brings up is satellites. Now any flat earther worth the salt just goes, where are these things? Oh, in the second law of thermodynamics. No. He gives the mitigation for no reason. Oh, how would it be on a flat earth? What? A second law of thermodynamics violation? Still putting them there. What is going off? Yeah, this is nonsense. This isn't Austin at his best. It's just a conversation, isn't it?
Well, it seems like he's offering up there.
Go ahead, John. John was first. Go ahead, John.
Oh, I was just going to say, Nathan was getting ready to make my point, I think, is it's laying out the pizza's pie in a sky vacuum. It's building that idea in your head when you say, why aren't satellites possible on a flat Earth? You know, it's really close to that. I won't say it is, but if I didn't know that they were just idiots, it would seem as if this was contrived.
Damn, another conspiratard on there. All right, go ahead, Nathan. King conspiratard.
I was just going to reiterate the same point I made previously. It seems like Witsit's greasing the skids on behalf of Duffy for a false dichotomy and the stereotypical flat earth positions being offered for his opponent on his behalf. It just seems so weird.
Okay.
Let me tell you a quick story. It's a true story.
Oh boy.
And I think this will help you understand my issues with your position on satellites, which is that there are no satellites in space.
Not my position.
That's not his position. Now, don't be giving him his position. He thinks there's satellites up there.
Not my position.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't believe in space as you define it.
Ooh, you don't believe it. You don't accept without evidence space. Okay.
Defies the second law of thermodynamics.
Oh, wow. He brought it out. He did it. Let's hear that again.
Position.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't believe in space as you define it. It defies the second law of thermodynamics.
It defies the second law of thermodynamics. Shouldn't the conversation halt? Go ahead.
1 point. He gets 1 point, right?
Yeah, but it's not. He's not going to plant his flag. It's going to be the wishy-washy. Let's
that's
let
a
him.
Good point. In full context, he's just Witsit, that is, offered up the ability for his opponent to postulate the idea of satellites in a sky vacuum. And then what, to satisfy us after the fact, when he's done that on Duffy's behalf for him, relinquish the argument of second law of thermodynamics violation by just dropping it in casually.
Yep.
He's laid this stage, and then he's relinquishing his own argument, as opposed to using it as a dagger.
Yes.
It's just enough so he keeps a little bit of credibility with some of the flat earthers. Just enough.
I told you, he's sharp, guys.
Yeah, it's there to placate us.
Yep. Yep.
I don't see any problem with that. That's why I'm asking. Like,
okay, how about this? You don't believe there are satellites orbiting the Earth?
They orbit over top of the Earth.
Okay, you believe satellites are attached to balloons?
No, I don't think they have to be attached to balloons.
Okay, so this is good. I'm learning your position.
Yeah, orbit requires a sphere and a force of gravity, or general relativity, but it requires a sphere for an orbit to happen.
Doesn't it require elevation angles?
It also requires a flat plane of
it begs the question, it's like orbits. Why are we talking about orbits? Why aren't we talking about gas fusion?
Right, but orbits don't happen on the outside. I'm sorry.
Why are you talking into a bed? Why are you talking into a metal bedpan, Brian?
Because I am. Right. Why are we talking about satellites and orbits? Why are we not talking about the diffusion of gases?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Well, because you got it's a lovin'. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to cue it for refracted. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, the description of orbits never happen on a sphere. It happens in a sphere from a flat plane. That description requires a flat plane of reference.
Correct.
Yeah, but you must get past the diffusion of gases to even get to that point.
True.
That's my point.
Yep.
And notwithstanding your point, Brian, the original topic is dispersion, and to placate us, it's dropped in the term second law of thermodynamics violation, and then immediately moved on. And now Witzit's handing him orbits. It's like, what? Orbits above a plane? No, that description works from within a sphere on a plane. So if you're going to describe it as though it's heliocentric, you'll be in hell.
Yep.
Witzit's giving it him above a flat plane for some reason, like they happen over a flat plane. Why is he doing this?
Is that rhetorical?
Well, it was rhetorical.
Okay.
Position. So if a satellite is not attached to a balloon, how is it orbiting on top of the Earth?
There are many ways. Maybe it catches the ether drift.
Oh my God! Enough.
You catch my drift.
No, that's enough, young man. And you go back to the room.
No soup for you. No soup for you. No dinner tonight.
Okay, who knows how to launch a satellite to catch an ether drift?
That's what the
he does. Catching the ether drift, man. Bruh.
Equations and physics literally account for.
The equations and physics accounts for the ether drift. What are you, dumb?
Inertial force. They
got inertial forces.
Actually account for a stationary Earth. What's called an ECEF. Earth-centered, Earth-fixed.
Ooh, that's sounding sciencey.
Coordinate system. And they account for real...
What coordinate system? Is that Cartesian? That wasn't rhetorical.
Yes, it'll have to be. If you're going to try to describe something happening in reality, you'll have to use Cartesian coordinate systems.
Well, Cartesian coordinate system, that's X, Y, Z, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to focus on the XY component there, Austin. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? Nope, you don't.
Ellipses, curved paths, which in your model, they're not curved paths, they're...
His model? What model might that be? Have we seen his model? Let's put his model up and compare it and see if you're correct.
Free-falling in a straight path through curved space-time. So So from their perspective, they're not curved, but they account for them as if they are curved. So from a plain stationary Earth, it would just be an ellipse moving over top of us. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bum, sniff, 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 bum.
Are you
Why
saying,
is he making the claim? Why is he making that claim?
Are you saying Austin's bum sniffing here?
I'm saying he's not. I've got a opposed. What claim? To outline the claim he just made, because I have no idea, other than trying to pretend he's got. What he always does is try to pretend, without finishing a sentence, that he's got a full understanding of the heliocentric paradigm. Yeah, sniff, sniff, bum, bum, sniff, sniff. That's all he does.
No, he just stated that there is a space-time that the Earth is traveling in said space-time, and what we experience as down is a result of that.
That's what you interpreted, he said.
Well, rewind it. That's what he said.
No J's.
The physics equations account for...
The physics not just regular equations now. We got physics equations. I'd like to see those. Give me an equation for a banana.
An inertial force as if the universe is spinning around the stationary Earth. They also account for a change in velocity.
Is that the physics equations?
Relative to the center of the ECI. It is a pretty technical subject.
That sounds fancy, doesn't it? ECI.
Does. Yeah, ECI.
I think he knows what he's talking about. ECI.
Yeah, it's pretty technical, he just said. Pretty technical subject. Let's get into that.
That's okay. What prevents them from falling?
Your sister?
They're on strings strapped to a balloon. Is he not just...
Oh my goodness. Let's see what happens here.
They're riding the ether drift.
Yeah, I mean, he already told you on the ether drift, dude. Bruh.
What's on the ether drift?
The satellites.
The satellites are cruising the ether drift.
Right. So like the moon's going around Mars, the moon going around us going around the sun is on an ether drift.
Yeah, it's like Kelly Slater at the Billabong Tahiti Pro.
Expletive answer.
Okay.
But it would make, make perfect sense.
Many did.
That's what the physics and equations say.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Is Sonny still in here? He'd get it. Where is he? Sonny, you here? Sonny's still here. Sonny, tell him about Tahiti Pro. At Billabong. No, he's not going to do it. He's shy. All right. Let's head back.
So this is kind of a theory, like a possibility of your.
It's a theory.
Kind of like your model has a theory that space.
His model has a theory now. Let's see that model, and let's see the theory that model produces by itself. This is nonsensical drivel.
Space and time are physical and bend and warp, and that they're curving but not really curving, and they're free falling and changing direction perpetually around a ball. That's your model's theory, but
there he goes again. That's your model's theory, Duffsty McDuffster.
Equations don't use that. Your equations use a real inertial force. It's typically a Newtonian mechanics and blah 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 blah
blah blah blah blah. He hit that twice now.
Let's bring this down to something that everybody can understand. Here's a true story for you. The house.
Got another story.
The house I'm sitting in, we built. So we wanted to kind of get out of the city. So we bought some land. We wanted to live in the woods. So we
You wanted to live in the woods, huh?
No, he missed it. We defrauded people so he could buy a home in the woods.
Bought some land, fully wooded, very tall evergreen trees, 30, 40, 50 feet tall.
That's important. What was the makeup of the tree bark? Pine?
We built our house, we moved in, and one of the first things we wanted to do, my wife and I, is like, we need internet.
What's his name?
Well, further to that, did you level the floor? Where'd you curve the floor, dude?
All the
When you
internet
build
service
a
providers,
house,
and they're
right? You don't get in and go, right, what's the first thing we need? Internet. Right, what's next after we've built a house?
Refrigerator.
Toilet. Brilliant. Toilet. So I can look at my phone and use the internet on the toilet. What's next? Well, we supposedly have built that. What? What's that got to do with anything that's just been outlined? Yeah? This is daytime TV. And welcome to the character Will Duffy.
These are the days of our lives.
they're like, we don't service your area. And we're like, what do you?
The hell you say, sir?
We're like, you what? We've just built a house here? What do you mean you don't service the area?
He's going to say that objects in a second law of thermodynamics violation, sky vacuum, are beaming the signal down so he can get internet. He's building up to it.
Don't anticipate. Stay with the point. Don't anticipate. Stay with the point. So this crayon muncher,
the trees.
This crayon muncher decides to build a house in the woodline. Just walking through the woods one day. Let's just build right here, and not do any secondary or tertiary planning. Like, is there going to be any plumbing here? Is there any way we can get a line out here so we get some electricity? None of that. Just build the house and then say, oh, shit. How are we going to get internet? Do you actually...
You're ruining the story.
Say again?
Said you're ruining this story.
That's why I'm here.
What do you mean? We've never heard of not having internet. So we looked into it, and there is no internet where we live.
Well, you're screwed. Move the house.
So we looked into it. What did he do when he looked into it? Did he ring back the people that were the internet provider and they went, yeah, there's no internet where you are?
No, he said he got a guy.
Yeah, got a guy. Yeah.
And he's like, I have a tower in your area. Let me come to your house. And so he came to our house, got on our roof. He put this like 20-foot tower on our roof.
That's a damn lie.
And then cut the trees down.
What was he, lawnmower man?
I don't know.
And he was like, dude, I have no...
Cut the trees down.
You can't be cutting the trees down, dude. Not where he's from, I bet. They're tree lovers and huggers out there.
No line of sight to the
How many
tower.
people?
Sorry, he said the...
How many people what?
How many people would want this big 20-foot mast tower thing on top of their house?
A lot.
It's
Apparently
not just the
him.
look of it. Not just the, yeah, it wouldn't be just the look of it. It would be all the signals that are going straight through your brain.
Straight through his brain. What about all the birds are going to be hop up on that tower? Guess what's going to be at the bottom of it?
Uh-oh.
The only thing you're going to be able to do
If
is
you just cut the trees down, right? If you just cut this is the same internet we have in Italy. If he cuts the trees down, then he can point his little dish at the big tower that his mate's talking about, and as long as he's got line of sight to that tower, he'll have wicked internet, honestly. Yeah, just cut the tops off the trees so you've got a line of sight to the other
Adam, that's
tower.
not part of his story he's greasing the skids for.
All right, okay. So trees stop communication from space. Move on.
internet. And he's like, you're gonna have to put a satellite dish on your roof and point it straight up to get through those trees. So, Austin, what is satellite internet?
So, Austin, what is satellite internet?
Yeah.
What is the magic of trees? Is what I'm asking.
Well, it would depend on where this other guy has this big massive mast, wouldn't it? If you would need to point your dish straight up. Because if it's up at a very high point and it's broadcast out left, right, and centre, which it is, from these masts and these towers, then yeah, pointing your dish straight up would absolutely, considering the elevation, would absolutely work. Yeah, no problem. No need for a satellite.
You didn't point it straight up.
Not straight up.
Yes. I just now said satellites are not exclusive to your model. I'm at
Pause. Right. So if in their crazy ass paradigm, the way to resolve this issue was to point your dish at a supposed geostationary satellite that just happened to be above your house in the middle of nowhere where there is no internet access, how is that the claim resolution? Surely that's all the internet provider would have said. No. Luckily, your house is exactly at the GP point of our presupposed satellite. Just point it up. Don't worry about chopping your trees down, lad. Luckily for you, you're at the GP point.
Why would he point it up? Shouldn't he point it out?
Yeah, point it out. Yeah.
And well, that's it. I question the validity of his assertion. He's saying that the satellite dish was pointing directly up.
Yeah, he's lying. He's lying.
No.
No. Just at the GP point of that particular satellite when you live on a ball.
No
That's why you have to
dishes.
point it up.
No dishes are pointed straight up. They're pointed in respect to the horizon.
actually suggesting that they're the literal opposite of that, because the physics and equations account for a
Only redneck satellites are pointed toward the horizon.
stationary Earth,
Not pointed toward the
universe,
horizon.
the cosmos, spinning around it, creating an inward force of angular momentum, an inertial force. Your model claims there are no real inertial forces in
An inward force of angular momentum, an inertial force. Really? Can you unpack that for everyone?
Yeah, I'd love to hear that. Inward.
He's going to need R for that, though, isn't he? And Will's it's too much for Will R.
I want to see the angular momentum with the inertial force.
Space.
If we're going to work them out, you're going to need R. He's not big
Yeah,
R.
but if you're Will Duffy, he just presupposed R for you. I would park right there and say inward force, my friend. Let's talk.
It went over your head.
Just lost.
Okay, there can't be. So I'm trying to explain to you.
Say again.
It didn't go over my head.
I
Not at
know.
all. I was shocked by the past minute of talking with it.
Yep.
If there are satellites in the sky and the physics and equations that we are given as to how they get up there.
Physics and equations? I thought they were physics equations. Now we got physics and equations. You going to make up your mind?
Are real. It is actually evidence against the heliocentric model. It would be evidence of geocentricity.
Okay, but how
That's why we're here.
How does satellite internet work for somebody like me in my house in the woods?
Why would it? Why would it work any
I'm not going to say it.
differently?
So okay, let me try this.
Pause.
Let's say you and I want.
Pause.
So there's so many things that I've heard in the last few minutes. First of all, I don't know why Whitsitt is allowing him to assume or even define what a satellite is, and then to reverse the burden and say how does satellite internet work? Well, why does Austin have to explain this?
Correct.
It's not his job. It's like saying, okay, so explain new used cars for me.
Yeah. Because Will Duffy knows that if he gets it, if he asks Whitsitt, this is the key word, to explain something, Austin he's pot committed because he's Mr. Explanation. That's who he is. And Will knows that, so he can shift the burden of proof to him and just say the magic word to Whitsitt. Try this with Whitsitt if you're ever talking to him. Explain anything. And get ready. Because he's Mr. Just So Story. He'll pull it right out of his arse.
That's why he gets it.
Yeah, that's why he's getting it.
Gets it.
Yeah.
Want to go start a satellite internet company? Where would we start so that the people that sign up for our services actually get internet in their house?
I guess if you
He's got wits at building an internet company.
can actually do it, you would put satellites in the sky, and then you would debunk heliocentrism and hopefully make some money.
Yeah, but how would we?
That's the white paper technical language, folks. I know you didn't understand that. Wait for the movie.
Learn how to get satellites up there so that everybody in all these different countries can have internet.
You would have to go learn the physics and equations.
Okay, stop. So are we at the baller proof of if internet in the woods, then ball?
Yes, that's where we're at.
All right, then carry on.
He's going to be CEO of an internet company.
Aerospace engineering, which are a stationary Earth with
aerospace engineering, which are a stationary Earth. That statement didn't make any sense. What are you doing? You referring to that NASA document? That was incoherent.
Forces and change in velocity relative to the center of the ECI.
Engine velocity.
And you would actually say you wanted.
Yep.
I love the strap line being thrown out. He keeps doing this, invoking momentums and stuff, and then taking it nowhere.
It's part of his charm.
He did take you something.
Deal with the basics of what the bloody hell space is. Well, these things that give you internet in the woods, where are they?
Yep.
Wanted to integrate GPS in there, right? So you can know distances.
He just gave him GPS in there.
Yeah, he also said with the ECI that there's a center of it. What else requires a center?
Donut.
Well, it seems like he's talking about an attractive force towards the center. It sounds like gravity, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Actually have to account for a change in the speed of light relative to direction, which is also impossible on your
There you go.
There.
Can you smell the ether in the air? Yeah? What there? So if you were ever, this is the other thing, and he did it. Maybe he played us here. If to play the retard, to play his hidden agenda card. Well, that's it. When we reviewed this last time, I'd have been as triggered then. Because it's disappointment that you're on a point and what you do is abandon the point that disproves a ball, yeah, and you pimp your own hidden agenda.
Yep.
Which is the differential in the two-way speed of light, which is two ways when it's measured, based on the pre-assumption that the thing that causes that differential in the two-way speed when you measure it two ways each time is ether.
Ether drift. No, not just ether. Ether drift.
Yeah. Well, no, ether drift's the thing that keeps it up there, but not geoscent. So it keeps it moving, baby.
Does it?
In its orbit, yeah, that we've yet to establish.
So
what
it's
an orbit
the
is.
ether drift that's keeping them moving, but for the other things, that's stationary ethers. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but by necessity.
Yeah.
Satellites are not in any way good evidence for you. So I'm jumping out ahead for you. Number 5 is no good. You've never heard
what
flat
a
earthers
guy.
say that.
Yeah.
What? No, I'm jumping out ahead. What a guy. Saving you retard. What is this? What do you mean you're jumping out ahead? You mean you're stopping you going there? Because I'd actually have to disprove you, Will, and that's not what this debate is a conversation's about tonight. What?
This, rest assured, I know that, and I'm sure you've heard people say balloons a lot, but
balloons. At children's parties. That's right. You often hear people say balloons at children's parties.
Good for your.
When there's lots of clowns around, like tonight.
The problem is there's
Have they eliminated the three-toed pixies?
Not yet.
People in the world using satellite internet, and so when you have companies like HughesNet and Starlink, they all must be keeping this secret of knowing how to put a satellite into the ether because they claim they're putting a satellite into orbit in space. So are they all lying?
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. They don't have to lie at all because they're actual physics and equations.
Then now it's physics and equations, not physics equations. Okay, I'm keeping up.
Account for a real inertial force
Where's that inertial force at? What's inertia mean?
So if there
Where is
wasn't
these real physics or physics equations put in these bloody things, please?
Kiwi, can you give us an example of an inertial force? Because I can't think of one.
What would be a good inertial force?
Yeah, to me, it doesn't make any sense, the statement. I don't care if it's an official statement. Inertial means not moving. The only inertial force I could think of would be when it's not inertial.
No.
Like a rolling rock.
No, inertial.
That's not inertial.
Yeah, but you can be inertial as long as you're keeping a constant velocity.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
acceleration.
but that would be momentum.
Inertial.
Sorry, that's it.
Go ahead, Flatsy.
But it's momentum then.
The constant velocity.
Yeah, but momentum, if you had something moving at a constant velocity, it would have momentum.
That's amazing.
I was just saying, is that an inertial force?
Because then you're going to have angular momentum and you're going to screw yourself.
If you say angular, yeah. Sorry, Flatsy. Flatsy might have it.
I was just saying that there would be no acceleration in an inertial. But
oh, you're just parroting me.
But I was saying that it was just exactly what QE laid out. He just didn't say that, but he kind of did when he said no, because then there would be angular momentum, which is acceleration.
Yeah, but momentum, not angular momentum.
Oh boy,
momentum.
Actual drift.
Well,
if there wasn't ether drift spinning around, then
we got. Let's get back on topic. We got ether drift spinning around.
There is a drift connected to the sky. It's been measured and verified literally millions of times.
Yeah? You know how you do that? You take a busted piece of shit Honeywell bull stuff and you strap it to the back of a pickup truck and you drive it up and down a mountain for a couple of days.
That's how you do it?
Millions of readings.
Whether you call it ether or not,
he meat hooked us again.
Speculation. But
it's pissing in your face there. That is, I'd say it like that, but that's one of the most disingenuous things. I have all the things that like to go and take that Bob's busted gyro and cite it as your proof for invoking the fact that if you strap a satellite to a balloon, the reason it'll orbit is because of ether drift.
It sounds to me like they're talking about the inertial forces Newton described with his viz. But that is gravity. What's it?
A giant whirlpool and it's spinning.
He's got us. Who are you? He's got us in a giant whirlpool spinning? Huh? Are you Zanuck?
So throw a little toy boat in it, right?
That'll be a maelstrom.
That is what the equations and physics that they use.
That's the equation and the physics that they use that are in a whirlpool. I'd like to see those.
Accounts for. So they wouldn't be in on anything. They would design it as if there is a real inertial force drifting around the Earth.
He says inertial forces while rotating.
Around a geocentric stationary Earth, and you'd put it up there, and then of course you would just take a plain Earth, which would have ellipses. You would do a globe.
You have a plane.
I like Jaren. Keep a straight face. This is way above my pay grade.
It's nonsensical gibberish.
That's my point of indicting Jaren. What's he doing? This was like one of us. Brian, if I was Austin or vice versa, one of us would go, what are you on about? What are you on about? Jaren's like, I either just keep a straight face, look at something else. Pretend you're checking chat.
Globe transform. You would just transform the coordinate system.
Transform a planar coordinate system onto a globe. I'd like to see that.
Not a big deal at all. You would just have a globe transform. So
What's that?
You have to transform onto a planar globe. Keep satellites in orbit. What?
Onto a planar globe.
The main point here is that the physics uses a stationary Earth.
The physics uses a stationary Earth. The physics uses that. Where's the physics at? Let's see that.
With a real spinning universe with a real force. If
The
they're
real
up there,
spinning universe.
That's what we got.
No one would be.
Pause a second. Sorry about this. If you look, this is nonsense, right? This whole debate, it's not a debate thing that's going on here, and what's going to go on later. Will Duffy has absolutely no actual evidence for any of the things that are supposed to be his proofs. He won't be presenting anything.
Neither does Whitsitt. Look at him sitting over here smiling.
But I'm not even talking about Whitsitt. I'm talking about Will Duffy there and in his debate later on against Nathan Thompson. The things that he's laying out there are some kind of proof he doesn't actually have proof for. I haven't actually seen, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I can't say that there was a 24-hour sun filmed in Antarctica at this stage. I can't say there wasn't, but I can't say there was. I was far more likely to say, yeah, there was when it first happened. But now I can't. The point I'm making is, Will Duffy, why are we debating people on the opposing side who present us with absolutely nothing? We're supposed to come up with every shred of evidence possible, which we do, for our claims. And we do. They come up with nothing consistently now for 10 years. Why is anyone, like, I wanted to say this earlier, but I'll say it now, but there was too much talking earlier. We should just stop dead right now in our tracks, debating the opposition. There's nothing to debate.
Well, I know that.
It frustrates me.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have. I've stopped since 2016, as a matter of fact.
I've stopped. I don't. Look, you know, I don't hardly debate any of them. But the point I'm making is, they never.
Hold on. Wait a second now. I remember a couple weeks ago with somebody with a McBooger eater on modern day non-debate.
For a particular reason.
So it's
I do
right.
when there's a good reason. Right.
When
I do it. That was for, no, you're not paying. Look, what's going to happen now is everything I'm saying have just said is going to be thrown. It's going to be washed down the drain. You're not listening. You're not ready to listen. That's what's wrong with you.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
you're correct. You're correct. There's no. Yeah, I totally agree. Yes, you're right on point. You are.
Thank you.
I know you are.
I know.
Yep. Shut up, Adam. Why are you trying to rumpus? Shut up, Adam.
Shut up, Adam.
No, you're spot on. He's spot on, isn't he? Because none of us have debated these guys. Oh, other than you.
Hold on.
Okay.
But could you reiterate your point that's spot on?
Shut up.
Yeah, don't debate with ballers unless you're Brian and you've got a self-justification reason.
Yeah, that's right. That's his point. All right, listen, guys.
Shut up, Adam.
All right, I'll give you 10 more minutes because I'm starting to hunger. I'm getting a mite peckish. All right, just to let you know.
Any lie or anything like that at all. They wouldn't have to. It's actually pretty brilliant.
Okay, cool. How fast do you think satellites are moving?
Really, 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 really fast.
1.21 gigawatts.
Man, I don't have to make specific claims about the satellites. I'm just saying that, ironically.
Yeah, he doesn't.
If they are real, they cannot.
Why did he make all those claims then?
It doesn't have to be logically consistent, John. It's 5 seconds later. He can absolutely contradict himself, and there'll be no issues. Will's not going to catch it.
They cannot be going around a spinning Earth revolving.
Jaren, he's in never, never THC land.
Revolving around the sun. And I could get into the technical analysis of the.
Yes, let's get into the technical analysis. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's just say
it's all good. I'm not going to do it now, but it's all good.
You got to retire satellites or go. You're going to, I mean, there is no rebuttal to this.
Say again?
It's possible that they have their names put up in the bottom right-hand corner and bottom left-hand corner of their screens, respectively, as a reminder to themselves what their names are, not to everyone else.
Because technically, there can be no circular paths in your model. That's Newtonian mechanics debunked by Michelson-Morley. You have to have a free fall and a geodesic path, a curvature of spacetime, meaning simply the satellites have to be going straight, but only from an outside reference frame would they be curving because they're going through the curve.
He meat hooked you again.
Curvature of space and time. That's what Einstein said. He replaced Newton, who said an object to keep going straight.
Yep.
But back in the day here, we're going, this is our ginger savior, is it?
Yep.
This is what you want people to go out there, engage with, good, at this point, a good, honest Christian man who's a pastor from the Agape Kingdom Fellowship.
From the Agape.
This is the argument, nay, the conversation we're going to present with him. This is the strength of what we've got. This was the indictment of Austin here back in the day. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? You on about?
He's Mr. Explanation. I told you. Will already knows that. All he has to do is float these ideas and ask him to explain stuff. And he just sits back and does nothing. And you get this asshat over here that doesn't know anything, just making shit up. And he goes on and on and on and on and on. That's all Will has to do. That's it.
Straight unless an outside force acts on it. Your model cannot say that anymore. It was debunked in Michelson-Morley. Guess what they do with their physics and equations? They account for circular paths, for actual curved paths with an actual inertial force acting on them. Einstein says there is no force, and that objects will curve in the geodesic of space-time. So, I mean, I know that you did basically like offer
what?
An olive branch of sorts that you're.
Is this an olive? Now we're on to the olive branch. What happened to the inertial? What happened to the inertial forces? What happened to? Is the olive branch an inertial force?
He's just admitted there's satellites in space that are actually going in circles, not orbits, and they're actually subjected to inertial forces, actual inertial forces.
Yeah.
What are you doing, mate?
He's offering him olive branch, dude.
Yeah, he just said there's also a curved sky that these are traveling. When he first brought that against me when I was pointing out an operation of perspective, that, well, unless the sky's curving, I was like, are you an idiot? And, that's what I thought immediately. But yeah, he is that idiot.
That's what I thought immediately.
You're not going to know all the technical stuff, and that's fine.
You're not going to know the technical stuff. He does, but we're not going to get into the technical stuff, okay?
I'm just telling you that this is just a fact. How about this? I'll read a quote. You can think about.
I'll tell you this. How about this? Yep. Now try to divert away.
And if you can just admit you don't know that much about it, then we
just admit you don't know as much as I do about it, and then we'll just go to the next topic so I can bullshit some more.
Can go. We can move on.
Pause. If you want that admission, stop talking, Witsit, and we'll go. Yeah, I don't know shit. He was happy to admit earlier.
Yeah,
but at least get the admission.
Can be invoked as some type of exclusive evidence of the heliocentric model because
no. Next point then. Get the admission.
That's correct.
Yeah, I'm arguing right now that satellites are real. And people that have satellite internet are evidence that satellites are real.
He's at second grade level, right? He's at second grade level. Witsit's just blowing him away with his pseudoscience horse puckery with physics equations, and he's just getting right down to the grassroots. He's just going to repeat his claim.
All I'm suggesting for the audience.
profound. We called it earlier. If internet in the woods, then ball.
Yes, that's what he's doing. Yeah, he's just going to reiterate that. Yes.
Sake here, Austin, is that we can't find anybody that works for any of these companies that's involved in the development of the equipment that believes what you are saying.
Did you go ask them? Did you go ask him if they believe what he's saying in the future, like right now? This is so stupid. You're such a schmuck. So Austin just started saying this. So how could you have already looked at all these nameless, faceless strangers, right, and come up to them and ask them what they thought about what Austin said? Not yet. You ass clown.
Say that. That's not fair.
That's not fair.
No, because the pastor from the Agape Kingdom Fellowship didn't say that. He said he can't find anybody from these fields that would agree with Austin. It's not that they don't exist.
Wait a second. No. You're not going to do that shit to me. My point is more poignant.
I know.
That's why. You shush.
I'm just listening to the shit housery sentence construction from these people.
Yep.
How to say something without ever actually saying anything.
Well, contradicting themselves. That's pretty stupid to say that, Will. Have you heard yourself recently? Don't answer that. Your Honor, I suggest an 805 conference. Somebody's client has rights. You're a clown. You're a schmuck. What you are.
You and other flat earthers are the only ones that believe.
You and other flat earthers.
That the satellites are going into an ether under a dome. You won't be able to.
That wouldn't be us.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Us.
Okay.
Yeah. So any flat earther worth their salt would object to that, but obviously these two clowns won't, because it's part of their grift.
Yep.
Yeah. All of their grift. Why would Will Duffy, if he's in any way, have that as the viewpoint of flat earthers? Yeah, the satellites exist and they're going into an ether drift. He's got that idea. That's
that. They all believe it's going into space and it's orbiting the Earth.
Okay, so basically you implied a straw man as if I'm saying the satellites don't exist again. Because that was what the script you thought I was going to say was, but
now you're contriving what he's thinking about you. You have special Evo mind powers too. You can divine complete strangers' thoughts.
I understand why a lot of there's denial. And
yeah.
Whether I think you think that I think that I know that you know that I know that you think that satellites aren't real.
Well, you don't know, and Nathan doesn't know.
Where are these satellites supposed to be? Where are they supposed to bloody be?
In a second law of thermodynamics violation?
Can we not look there as a point of
discourse? No. We got to get the ether grifting. The ether drift is grifting.
And I'm not even claiming that they're real, because there are a lot of satellites. And when Google gave internet to people in remote areas, guys.
Now we're in Google with satelloons.
So they use.
I would like to point out that Will Duffy did not. He did straw man him with the dome, because the ether believers think that the ether can contain gas.
Oh, good point. Did you hear one of them say that?
Yeah, several times.
Oh boy!
I've been bumming around Discord.
Go ahead, Brian.
You can't take anything that any one of them would say as meaning anything, because tomorrow that same person would say something else, or later in the day, and the next ether person would say something else, because it's all about the drift grift.
You got a hold of my drift grift, didn't you?
Yeah, the drift grift, because no one can define it because it doesn't exist, so they can say anything about it. The same as they can say anything about heliocentrism. They can keep adding things to it. Go on.
And evolution. They use that same trick, right? They'll define that monkey and just provide evidence for it. It's the same grift. It's a drift grift.
project in 2018. Why do we have tens of thousands of satellites and Google is not using them to give people internet? They're using balloons. And why does the military not let most average people know that there are tons of really high-tech balloons? They're putting thousands up all the time, catching them, replacing them. What? I don't care, because if there really are satellites, I think I've seen Starlink. I've seen the ISS. I looked into getting Starlink satellite when I was in an RV. Hey, I have no problem with it because it doesn't matter. And then you said an appeal to consensus.
All right. I hunger.
Oh, well, finished. As you were saying that, I was just reading the bottom. You know, I said, "Oh, look, this strapped the conversation of a debate." Look at what the conversation's supposed to be about. On the shape of the Earth, satellites in ether or space is what we appear to be having. The fact that it doesn't want to talk about scripture, and the fact that the R value is apparently inconsequential to anything that Pastor Will Duff is investigating. That's what I heard tonight. Maybe we will get onto the shape of the Earth in the second part.
Don't matter. QE just said he's hungry.
That's why I summated.
I don't mind if you want me to round out. Is that a cue to me to round out?
Hold on just a sec. I just want to say, so the two positions are an ambiguous globe where you don't know what the R value is used for, and a pancake with ether drift. That's the two shapes they're arguing about.
Both with satellites. Don't forget, both have got satellites.
Yeah, shut up, Nathan, you little simp.
It's only because he's
Witsit
poor.
can explain everything, but he just doesn't want to.
It's not. He doesn't want to. Who said that? That's the point, isn't it? It's not. He doesn't want to. He's just maybe not prepared to for whatever other hidden agenda, and he's prepared to mitigate and not use arguments he's got in his back pocket and jump on these things that we've done. Why?
Hey, take us home. I hunger.
Are you?
No. I'll wait for Adam.
You go, pal.
With that, a huge, massive, enormous thank you to both Discord and G+ panels for making today's what are we doing? Ballbusters possible. And of course, a massive thank you to all of you for liking, commenting, sharing, hitting up QE's super chat and all that good stuff. We'll see you all in the next Ballbusters.
All of your gullible idiot followers should be realizing right now that you are an idiot or you are a liar. You said you would get turned away at gunpoint. I did not get turned away at gunpoint. You lied, Nathan.
The sun is shining, he's alone, raging into his iPhone, screaming at the top of his lungs as a 24-hour sun. Oh, how we laughed in this fat land at such a comical sight. To see the tomb, the globe-head goose spewing out his shite. Shouting! Where's the guns, Nathan? You promised that I'd see. I'm all alone here raging. Everyone loves a blade. Oh, where's the guns, Nathan? In this and our secret bed. Not come all this distance just for you to take the piss. The ice wind's blowing, here he goes, pacing like a lunatic, upside down on a spinning globe, but the best is yet to come. Oh, how we laughed in this flat land, that's such a comical sight, to see me tune the glove-head goon spewing out his size, swinging. Where's the guns, Nathan? You promised that I'd see. I'm all alone here raging. Everyone loves a blade. the past. The sun is shining, he's alone, reaching into his iPhone, screaming at the top of his lungs as a 24-hour sun. Oh, how we laughed in this spotlight at such a colorful sight. The civic to the glove head fuel spewing out his shite. Shut it! Where's the guns, Nathan? You promised that I'd see. I'm all alone here raging. Everyone loves I beg. Oh, where's the guns, Nathan? And missing our secret bliss. I've not came all this distance just for you to take the piss. Oh, where's the guns, Nathan? And missing our secret bliss. I've not came all this distance for you to take the piss. Get some, get some. Get some, get some. Oh, where's the guns, Nathan? And listen, I'll sink a bliss. I've not came all this distance just for you to take the piss. Where's the guns, Nathan? You promised that I'd see. So I'm all alone here raging. Everyone loves at me. Oh, where's the guns, Nathan? And listen, I'll sink a bliss. I've not came all this distance just for you to take the piss.
I talked to you about Antarctica. You deflected the measurement. You are a dumb liar. Every single one of your dumb followers needs to look at their lives and realize Nathan Oakley is a liar. Since 2016, he's been saying if you go to Antarctica, you will be faced with gunpoint and turned away. Where's the guns, Nathan? Where's the guns? I don't see any guns, Nathan!